Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show today. Happy to have you here. Hopefully, it's been a good week, a good Halloween. Of course, there's a lot of chaos going on, but we got to stop and smell them roses, even if they're wilted. Let that hang there for a second. Anyway, I usually, of course, pop in back in here on the crew, but I'm actually looking at this collage that Eric gave me for horror icons, which is what we're doing today. So I guess this is our last little bit of wrap up of the horror stuff. And that's an interesting way to go about it because that covers a lot of time. It's not necessarily just the movie stuff. But I'm looking at this collage. I don't know if he created it or someone else did, but damn. That's a nice collage, dude. We got Trick or Treat's been represented. We got the Puppet Masters. We got the Silence of the Lambs. We got the Werewolves, the Pumpkinheads. We got the Shinings. We got the Critters. We got the Elvira. Unfortunately, words are, covering up her best assets.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
Anyway, let me jump back over here and say hello to the crew. Hi, crew. How you doing?
Hi, Chester.
We got ourselves a Gabby today, so all is good and right with the universe. It's nice.
She likes us.
She does.
Hello.
Hi.
Just fixing my camera really quick.
What part of the world do you reside in exactly,
Gabby? I currently reside in North Dakota, in Fargo.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you found a very quiet place to exist. Nice.
Fargo is growing.
So it's
I don't know how much longer
11 people? That's nice.
Hey, the movie is good.
It is a good movie, yeah.
What's funny about that movie is that it was actually filmed in Minnesota and Canada because the year they filmed that movie, it didn't snow in Fargo. So
just another way for Fargo to say, get out, go away. How many people do live in Fargo? I mean, legitimately, it's got to be a small amount.
Several thousand. I don't know what it's up to now.
Several thousand. Wow. So it's basically the number of people in Fargo or the similar amount to the people live in this village. Nice.
Well, right now it's up to 125,000.
Oh, well, that's a lot.
And 990. Yeah, and it's growing. It's the fastest growing city in North Dakota. And North Dakota is actually the fastest growing state in the union right now.
Really?
At least per capita. Anyway.
That's interesting. Well, why, I wonder? Why would people be going North Dakota? Do you have state income tax there?
We do, but people get paid really well.
Oh, they do.
Like
what do you
our
do
state
in North
income,
Dakota?
just work. There's a lot of like finance stuff up here, land stuff. What else? A lot of people invest up here in small businesses. It's really easy to start a small business in North Dakota. I mean, as easy as you could possibly get in this economy.
And what are the local creepy crawlies? What kind of ghosts and monster
Local
stories
creepy?
you got up there? Yeah.
Apparently Trollwood Park is haunted.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
People die in the
name.
river every year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a perfect name for a haunted park, Trollwood.
Yeah, Trollwood.
Someone thought ahead. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someday a lot of people are gonna die in these woods.
Yeah. We'll name it
the park
appropriately.
is right. The park is right next to the river, so that might be a part of it.
Maybe, possibly. Yeah.
People have said that they've seen Will of the Wisps in the woods there.
Oh, those buggers. Yeah, those things are dangerous. They lead you to your death, Andrew. Hi.
I know. Hello.
How are you?
I am well. I am very well. I just got my first round of test books, so I have some physical copies of Volume 3 to look at of Solarian Sun, and I'm very excited. Basically,
that is
recharge
exciting.
my batteries for today, so that's neat.
Now, you and I come from the same area of the world, so,
Yes.
Loaded question. What kind of creepy crawly ghost stories you got up there?
Ghost stories.
Yeah,
I don't believe in no ghosts, but we do have some cryptids, right?
that's right. Yeah.
We got the that one from Dover, right? Something like that.
Oh, the Jersey
Dover Demon?
Devil.
No, Jersey Devil's in New Jersey. Dover Demon is from Massachusetts.
Oh, that's right. Okay, the Dover Demon. Same thing. Just the Sasquatches.
Yeah. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Sasquatches. Yeah, we don't really have. We have some axe murderer stories, of course. We don't have a lot of creepy crawlies up in New England. Isn't that weird? You would think we'd have the most coming out of the frickin' Protestant Pilgrim movement, right?
Yeah, I mean we had like the witch trials and stuff, which is not a cryptid or a ghost story, but it is weird.
It is, but I think we just kind of vanquished them.
Thank
Yeah.
goodness, all those witches. Gotta
Yeah.
get rid of those witches.
Get rid of the witches. That's true. Let's see
Didn't
here.
you guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Don't you guys have the headless horseman?
Oh, him? Oh, he hasn't made an appearance in a long time.
I guess that makes sense.
I was kind of waiting for a drum hit. What's going on here? Someone's not paying attention.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Now, I'll ask Rabbit last. Amy, you're down in the. Thank you very much, Jeff. Late but worthy. Now you're down in the Floridas, and you actually live near the the Fountain of Youth. So good for you. What kind of creepy crawlers you got over there? No, not going to get it. How about you answer, Melissa?
Hello? Let's see. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yep.
can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. We're just, is there an echo?
No,
How's the audio
Probably.
quality?
Oh, no,
it's
no.
good.
There's no echo?
Good.
No, sounds
It's
good.
good. It's good.
Fantastic. Yay. I'll just go ahead and
I don't have to mess with this.
So,
start getting my screen shared.
any ghost stories over there? Any kind of creepy crawlies, cryptids?
Alligators. Lots of
Well, I
alligators.
got those.
Lots of
Yeah.
alligators. Florida man.
Florida man. Now that's fair. I'll take that. Florida man is an interesting enigma. Well, you girls go ahead and keep getting yourself set up. What about you, Jason? What part of the world are you in?
I am in the southern part of this United States.
Oh, okay. And
Where
so you got the skunk
cherry-
ape then.
The what now?
The skunk ape.
What did you say? Skunk ape.
Yeah, every state in America has a Squatch story.
Yeah. Yeah, Sasquatch, and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, America, we don't have many cryptid stuff, huh? We have Squatches.
Yeah, it's mostly
No.
it's mostly like 411 stuff in all of our major national parks and woods.
Now there is Native American
but-
lore. So
Yeah, but
There's also dogmen.
dog men. Those are
Dog
called werewolves, sir.
But here they're called
Yes.
dogmen.
Yes, please be politically correct
Okay.
about our werewolves.
Yes, we're
Yeah, I
dog
know.
men, sir.
They're
Um,
they're called dogmen for a reason.
Lesser quality of werewolf. Good. That's good to know. That's more their safer version. Now, Jeff, what part of the world are you in?
Michigan.
Michigan. So once again, up there near Gabby. Yeah. Anything
Yeah, we
special
have-
other than the Squatch?
Yeah, dogmen.
Just
The,
the,
Mi-
which
the,
is
the
the same thing,
Michigan,
isn't it?
Illinois, Wisconsin, and Minnesota all have supposedly dogmen, and of course, there's all the various Indian,
Oh.
Indian lore,
Mhm.
like
Wendigo.
giants in the earth.
Yeah, I just
Wendigo.
kind of dismissed that just out of hand. But whatever, right? Much
Well,
more interested in
giants
Squatches.
thing, big possibility.
Oh no, there were giants in the Americas. Certainly were. There's so many eyewitness accounts of them when the Europeans were coming over, and of course we have Smithsonian full of bones of them. although they have misplaced them. You do realize if you call the Smithsonian, you should try it. Might be fun, and ask if you can have a viewing of the giant bones that have been collected throughout the Americas for the past several hundred years. They will not say that it's not real. They will say to you that we have misplaced them.
Seriously.
Yeah,
That's their story?
that's their story.
Or
Yeah.
We're so bad at
do you have
organizing-
do you have like Prince Edward in a can?
Ooh, I don't even want to know about that. You keep that to yourself, sir. All right, so we got we're kind of all over the country. Let's go outside the country. We got a couple people outside. We got Johan. You got floating heads over there.
Oh, floating heads. Yeah. There are all kinds of spooks in my place, actually.
Ooh, do elaborate. Tell us.
Yeah,
Please
there is a magical kingdom in the south of the Southern Sea.
Oh,
with
right, that one.
the-
Yeah.
yeah,
Asians like
you
that.
know that. Yeah, and there is some particularly in my city there are some ghosts, Dutch ghosts, because
Dutch
my
ghosts.
pl-
You gotta watch out
yeah,
for those, dude.
yeah, they were the remains from the colonial times.
Sure.
Because my city is built partly by Dutch, so
Sure. Dutch
there are
and English.
many
Yeah.
there are many old buildings. So many people say that there are ghosts in there, the Dutch ghosts, maybe the Dutch lady, some kind like that.
They're the
Or
worst
there
kind
are
of ghosts because they'll just talk to you for hours.
yeah, no, even there are actual priest ghosts, headless priests or
Oh, wow.
headless
Yeah,
headless nuns.
You like sans head stuff because all the heads are floating about drinking people's blood. It's like a vampire, but their vampire is like
not
a
only
headless.
there is a ghost, a nun, or not nun, maybe a nurse ghost that cannot walk, so she walks by dragging their feet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nurse,
it's
can she
extra
fix
slow.
that?
Those are good.
Yeah, extra slow, and it's only in Java, and in other islands there are another magical kingdoms.
Sure.
Or
Well, you
some
know
kind
that
like that.
you know the thing about the kingdom under the sea. With
Yeah.
there's been many Silk Roads throughout history, right? Some of them
Mm.
on land, some of them by the sea. And that's one of the stories that did come from Asia and came over to the Europeans. And that story got somehow
Oh.
weirdly transformed into a story we call Rip Van Winkle.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
Huh.
really
What was it? No.
well, the thing under the sea is about the young prince going and visiting, and he stays a long time and decides he wants to go back. I'm really truncating the story, and when he comes back, hundreds of years have passed, right? But in the West,
yeah.
somehow that story got twisted into Rip Van Winkle, which is a guy just falls asleep under a tree and wakes up centuries later. I don't know. They left all the cool stuff out.
You know, in YouTube there are many kinds of that story
Yeah.
variations, and it involves when you hike a mountain. Sometimes you travel, maybe you feel like you walk by 5 minutes, but actually you have traveled 3 days in there.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of stuff. Some of these,
very lot.
well, some of the, the historical anthropologists, and I know that sounds like a weird thing, but what it means is people who look at oral history and try to place it anthropologically, right? And there's in that community of, that sage community. There's a lot of thinking that some of this is like fall over from the great flooding periods. We've had many of them, and that these under the sea. There's so many in Asia. Well, they're literally memories of just cities being lost under the waves, right?
Yeah, and almost every mountain here is sacred.
Oh yeah,
and,
oh yeah. In
and
the West
big,
too.
yeah.
The Americans
And
are a
the
bunch of heathens,
trees,
so we don't respect the mountains. But
Yeah,
That's true. Mountains are special because that's where the gods land.
mountains
Wow,
and
tall rock.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
know cemetery. Yeah, some Indonesian people are still afraid of walking by a cemetery.
Oh
Mm.
no, you have people. One of the funniest thing in my life, I was with a bunch of my friends. They happened to be all black, and
Oh,
we were driving along, and there was this giant cemetery. It's in Massachusetts. It's on the west side. It's out.
oh,
It's on the. It's to the west
okay.
of Boston. I can't remember where it exactly was, but there's a giant cemetery. I mean, it literally takes you
Oh,
a minute or a minute and a half to drive past it at speed. Right? It's very
Did
big.
they all hold their breath?
Yes,
Or
they
they
did.
they all passed out?
They, no, but I thought I was like in a car. Everyone's holding their breath. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? I mean,
They don't want to get
Jesus.
possessed. They don't want to breathe in a ghost.
That's right.
Oh,
And I'm like,
the holding the breath thing. Oh my gosh.
it's weird. Where do the black people get this from? It must come from the Africa, I guess.
oh yeah,
It-
maybe.
I don't know. Like all my
Sort of
white
a dare
friends said
thing?
that.
I don't know.
I've never seen a
But
white person do it.
the idea that you might inhale a ghost by accident is kind of funny.
I do. It
It
made
is
me
Um,
laugh.
really, it is really funny.
It is funny, especially when you
in
see them all do it. Yeah.
So
um
how you deal with the creepy place? You hold your breath?
Well, the black community does.
Oh,
Yeah, in America,
because
like I
in
said,
my
it must
place
be some African tradition or something.
oh
in
we,
Chinese culture, at least the culture that I grew up around, because there's so many different
Right.
subcultures in China. The
Mhm.
the Chinese hopping ghost
Yeah, yeah.
and other ghosts, you hold your breath so they don't see you.
Oh, it's interesting.
Oh,
So I don't know if it's in that same line of thought. It might be different. It might be like inhaling, but I don't know.
Oh, who knows?
Or
I
get
mean,
spirited
yeah.
away.
And
Yeah.
it's hard to know which direction those things head, right? Because the one I just gave you is definitely an east to west one, but there's a lot that are west to east, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm not sure. It is interesting. I didn't know the Chinese said. I know about the hopping ghost, but I didn't know about the holding breath thing. Interesting. Well, I want to continue this conversation, but I do need a kazoo though. We're getting a little long in the tooth here. Jeff.
Oh, okay, whatever.
Jeff.
Wow, that
Yay!
was the bestest
Okay.
ever.
Oh,
Thank
the
you.
ghost of a kazoo.
Oh,
I practiced very long for
all
that.
right. I'm going to get
I
back to this
practiced
conversation.
very hard for that.
You did, yeah. I'm going to get back to this because this is an interesting conversation. But just keep in mind, of course, we go 2 hours here. The artists are doing icons of horror, which is very broad. It could be anything. It was kind of a wrapping up our month of horror here. Hopefully you guys are drawing along. Once again, it doesn't have to necessarily be a movie icon. It can be a historical one, which is thus my question. Definitely do the draw
Ooh.
along stuff. Throw it into the Discord. If you're not a member, Jeff has already thrown up the link to the Discord. Of course, he has. Awesome. Go join us. And drop it in there into the draw along. Or you can go over to Twitter and put it in at hashtag DNQFE. Once again, hashtag DNQFE. We'll take a look at all at the end of the time. We got 2 hours, of course. There are no rules. This is a PG-13 show, not for the babies. Definitely not. Thank you very much, Jeff.
yeah.
Are we out of time?
That's I like that as an ending sound. Feels like an ending sound. So anyway, the artists are now underway. I'll get all of the screens going here. That's not what I wanted. Here we go. Let me continue this conversation, which I was doing with. We were talking about hopping ghosts and holding breath with the ghosts, and we have an example of it with Black Americans. We have an example of it with Chinese. I wonder if there's any other examples of it.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Huh? Nobody.
Oh, in Indonesia we usually greet the ghost.
Oh,
Greet
really?
the ghost.
Yeah, greet
Japanese
the
do
ghost.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
So,
So if we are polite, maybe the ghost will not tease us.
Well, we
So
Europeans.
do Cubans.
the Cubans too. They greet the ghosts. Well, we Europeans, we attack the ghosts with scary costumes and bright lanterns.
And ectoplasm battle
Yeah,
backpacks or
that too.
something.
But I think that's a bit of a fetish, though. We shouldn't really talk about that.
Oh, okay, not that one.
Yeah,
See,
not
would
that
that count as does Ghostbusters count as a
Icon of horror?
one. Well,
I'll
you're
say,
going to get a
the Stay
decisive
Puft Marshmallow
no.
Man is.
Yeah, the Stay Puft Marshmallow. I was just about to say that the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man does.
Yeah. Slimer, maybe.
Slimer.
Slimer.
You do.
Yeah.
You girls do whatever you want.
You know, the one I didn't want to call it an icon of horror, but the one very famous legend in America
Mhm.
that rarely gets talked about come around Halloween is the Bell Witch.
Bell BELL?
And what?
Yes,
what is
BELL.
that?
It's a witch that haunted a family.
Did
Okay.
she turn into a bell? Was the family's name
I
Bell?
know
the
this
name was
one.
the witch. The witch's the name is Bell. The
Oh,
Did she
okay.
make cheese?
No, she did not make cheese.
Oh.
Baby Bell Witch.
I think it's
Yeah,
like
the Baby Bell Witch.
That's
I
the
think it was
Baby Bill
like
Witch. My bad.
down in Virginia or something like that. But
Oh,
you guys have never heard the Bell Witch?
no, never
I've
heard
heard
of
it.
it.
have.
I know what
I've
you're
heard
talking
it.
about.
I
Jeff.
had it. I had a band called Bell Witch. You know.
Sheldon
think it's
requests the bear wench. Good job, Sheldon.
Well, maybe you should tell it like a spooky
Doom.
story.
Bell Witch.
Getting a lot of echo from you, Johan, and Eric is not displaying.
I am
Oh,
displaying. You
He-
just can't
yeah,
see it.
but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
loading.
There you go. There you
Oh,
go, Johan.
shut up.
You're good.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want me
So
to,
suddenly,
I'll read.
yeah.
If you want me to, I'll read to you the wiki synopsis.
Oh, okay, Papa Jeff, go ahead.
Okay, the haunting began. The haunting began sometime in 1817 when John Bell witnessed the apparition of a strange creature resembling a dog with the head of a rabbit. Bell fired at the animal, but it disappeared. John's son, Drew Bell, approached an unknown bird perched on a fence that flew off and was of extraordinary size. The daughter, Betsy, observed a girl in a green dress swinging from the limb of an oak tree. Dean, a person enslaved by the Bell family, reported being followed by a large black dog on evenings when he visited his wife. Activity moved to the Bell household, with knocking heard along the door and walls. The family heard sounds of gnawing on the beds, invisible dogs fighting, and chains along the floor. About this time, John Bell began experiencing paralysis in his mouth. That's weird. Phenomena
weird.
grew in intensity as the sheets were pulled back from beds when the children slept. Soon the entity pulled hair and scratched children with particular emphasis on Betsy, who was slapped, pinched, and stuck with pins.
Ooh. Well, Jeff.
Pretty sure there's a Blumhouse film about this.
Yeah, there must be. Jeff,
Actually, there's been a couple of movies on it.
if you were to get into the narrative occupation, I would suggest, with the voice that you have, that you stick to strawberry shortcake. Yeah,
Wow.
you have a strawberry shortcake voice.
What does that mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does
Yeah.
that mean,
Yeah, what
Chester?
does that mean?
Chester.
You've never seen Strawberry Shortcake?
Yeah, you never seen strawberry shortcake? Wait, what?
No.
You got to have more gravitas to do horror.
That was me being funny.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should let me know beforehand and next time.
The Bells turned to a family friend, James Johnson, for help.
No. Still strawberry shortcake.
This is the reason why I have somebody else do my audiobook.
That's
This is
right.
not my
no, I
fault.
understand that. No, you're a wise man, sir. Wise man.
You're doing great, Jeff.
Do a good
Doing
job.
great.
Doing great. Doing great.
Wait,
It's good.
it's way better than me, Jeff. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Okay, we've gone from strawberry shortcake to Pinky and the Brain, which I'm okay with.
I could do it as Porky Pig.
Oh, that would be.
The bells turn to the family friend James Johnston for help.
That's actually pretty
That
good.
just sounds like me talking to women.
Oh,
After retiring for the evening, the bell home, Johnson was awakened by night by the same phenomena.
that's actually way
That's how I
better,
trick
dude.
'em into the
Do
van.
that forever. Never speak
Oh.
in your normal voice again. You have been banned. Okay. Porky Pig. That's pretty good, Porky Pig, dude.
Talking
Thank
about pig,
you.
there is a werepig in Indonesia actually.
A werepig.
werepig.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Werepig.
Yeah. Well, Japan
Yeah,
has
that bitch.
has a more kind of like a ishi or fairy type of category of spooky things. A lot of cultures, they over time they become incredibly dispersed, and we get a lot of ghost stories instead. But here they do have like yokai and there's so many different kind of like the Europeans. So Japan has many kind of stories. Where I live, the kappa is quite a prevalent thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that the giant white man in the woods?
Every time the Ninja Turtles visit
No,
Japan,
it's
they call him the Kappa.
Gotta walk
It's a
around with a
turtle.
cucumber.
Turtle mixed with a penguin, or?
Yeah, a cucumber with a bowl on your head, Chester, and you'll be the giant kappa.
I would be.
Otherwise,
Well-
he will steal your soul right from your butt.
Well, they would. That's true. They do like the butt stuff. Although you can negotiate with cucumbers, though. If you have cucumbers, you can negotiate. Sans cucumbers, you're going to get wrestled to death.
All I heard
So-
was
Have a-
butt and cucumbers, and I don't want to know the rest.
Well, they pull your soul out of your anus. You see.
Sounds like the IRS.
It does.
Speaking of anus,
Oh.
I have my
You leave
colonoscopy next
cucumber in your
Friday.
butt like milk and cookies from Santa? Is that how it works?
Ooh.
Why are you getting a colonoscopy?
Because we
I'm
have to
saying
do
for
that
the
once
Kappa,
you
right?
reach
Like
a
if you don't
certain
want him
age
to take
over
your
here.
soul, you
Oh,
have
really?
cucumber in your butt?
You
Is
I
that
hate
the rule? I mean,
that's the rule. Yeah. No, they will challenge you. They will challenge you to wrestle. Literally, if you have a cucumber, you can negotiate. And if you wrestle, you're going to lose because they're way stronger than you are. And during the wrestling, they're going to get you locked up, and they're going to pull your soul out of your ass. And then you're dead, and they own your soul. The kappa. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Copacabana.
They are deadly.
Hollywood. You know,
They
it's
are
like,
deadly.
right?
They're there's all kinds of wrong deadly. Yeah. Well, I hate to tell you this, Eric, but there has been advances in science, and they actually can do blood testing now to tell whether you have prostate cancer. You don't need actual internal examinations anymore.
Yeah, over here they still want to
Hear
stick
that,
it up
Grandma?
your butt.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But if they find polyps, they'll take them out. So
Yeah.
that's part of the other.
Yeah.
You can't do that with the test, and they can't really test for polyps. All they can tell is for the presence of cancer.
Well, that's fair. That is fair. But if they see cancer, then they can go in and do the thing. But that's okay. It's nowhere near as bad as what I had to have done when I was a little kid. They took the same camera, but they stuck it down my urethra.
Oh.
Oh, I
Several
got that
times.
beat, Chester.
Ooh.
I got that beat.
Sounds
Here we go.
hot.
Sounds hot. Sounds hot. Hot. Is it? That was
That's
such
hot.
the California girl. Hot. Hot.
That's so hot.
Hot. That's funny, dude. Go ahead. You got a beat.
Yeah.
So my urethra
hot.
was closing,
Oh no.
so they had to do
I
surgery.
don't get a colonoscopy unless my chihuahua is next to me in my purse.
So they had to slice the opening back open,
Uh huh.
and so then it started closing again after the surgery. So they gave
Hold
my
on, that
parents.
comes
They
from
said,
Starbucks.
"Well, we could do the surgery again, or you can take this what I remember looking as like a crochet hook, and stick it in there every day a couple times."
All righty.
Oh,
Okay.
So,
We can,
so
we can stop now, please.
they tried that.
Hang on, let me
once.
do this.
They couldn't hold me down because
I'm
I was
hearing
only
somebody.
5 years old.
Ooh, I
So
got a kiss.
I had the surgery.
You got shut down. I feel your
Eric
pain.
is like,
Somebody
tell my
please.
story.
Yeah, I'm still deeply enthralled, and I want to know.
Please now.
What do you want to know?
Well, you had surgery. They stuck a thing in your dick many times a day to keep it open, but they had a hard time keeping you down because you were only 5. Continue.
Oh, then so we did the surgery again, and they left a catheter in there for a week and a half, I believe. Week and a half, 2 weeks, and then they kept threatening me, "Don't you play with that? Don't you pull that out?" The day I was supposed to go have it taken out, my dad found me in the bathroom trying to reinsert it because it fell out of my sleep.
Uh-oh.
But it's been fine ever since. Since the catheter was in there, it healed properly. No crooked, it healed properly.
Oof, that is rough.
Yeah, no, that's worse than mine. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still have nightmares.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, I
Well,
don't have nightmares.
At least you
but
got your childhood trauma out of the way really early.
You did. That is
Oh
true.
yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has their childhood trauma. Mine was Alien.
Oh.
When you were 40.
No, when I
thinking.
told you I went
probably-
and I cheated my way into the drive-in
no,
theater
no.
and I saw Alien.
Yes,
Oh,
I know. I
man.
called you old, Chester.
Okay, old.
I thought
I
it
just
was
saw
something
Alien yesterday.
I thought it was something about alien probes.
No.
You saw Alien yesterday?
It's good movie.
Yeah, the 1979, right?
Yeah.
The Ridley Scott movie. Yeah, I saw it. I haven't seen it in a long time, and I saw it again yesterday, and man, it holds up.
It does. Yeah.
It
is
holds
great.
up, really.
It is
Yeah,
great. But
great movie.
I was trying to get interesting horror stories, and Eric just said, "Hold my beer." Good job.
Yeah, that was an interesting horror story.
Hold my beer.
Eric told the best horror story
He
so
did.
far.
He's winning, and he's
Can we
got a
go back
much
to the
better
Bell-
horror voice than Jeff too.
Can we go back to the Bell Witch now?
No, not really.
Jeff, can you tell my story
gotta
as
tell-
working gig?
Jeff, tell my story. Tell my story, Jeff.
No, that's okay.
Wait, you didn't get to the part where Andrew Jackson went to try and go visit that place, and like his carriage broke down on the way there, and like so they had to walk the rest of the way, and he like stayed 5 minutes in the place, and he's like, "Nope, I'm out, I'm gone," and he left.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Is that the Bell Witch thing?
I think so, if that's the right one I'm thinking about.
I don't think it's my surgery story. I don't remember Andrew Jackson being there.
No.
Yeah, here
Did
it
Andrew
is.
Jackson come to visit you too?
Yes.
He did.
The
He's like, I
account,
heard there was urethra surgery today. Here I am.
the account of General Andrew Jackson's visit is confined to Chapter 11 of Ingram's work. The chapter is a letter from Thomas L. Yancey, an attorney in Clarksville, dated in 1894. Yancey explained that his grandfather, Wilmot Fort, was a witness to the phenomena at the Bell homestead, and Fort had related the story to Jackson's visit, which was undated in the letter. Yancey described his father's account as quite amusing to me. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, he did.
Amusing.
He did there and got out.
Yeah, he did. That's cool. There's a little shack of a house in Peacedale near where I grew up, and George Washington stayed there.
How
Yeah,
long
George
ago?
Washington stayed a lot of places.
He did.
Like 2011?
No, pretty sure it was before the engagements. Comic Bog's got some interesting stuff here. He says, my uncle snuck into the drive-in to see a double feature of The Exorcist and The Legend of Boggy Creek. Oh, I remember that movie. I laughed my ass off at The Exorcist. That's interesting.
I love The Exorcist.
It's a good movie.
That's such
yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah, really is. They remade it recently when they made it diverse and woke, as it should be.
Great.
Oh,
It wasn't a remake, it
And
was
it
a
did
sequel,
great.
but it was bad, yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, it was really horrible. Johan is doing a Kevorkian thing, which I'm all about.
what? Kevorkian. What is that?
You had to be there. You had to be an American.
Oh,
I've actually seen Jack Kevorkian in the wild.
Have you?
I was about to say,
Yeah.
Jeff probably had seen him.
Yeah, I was driving a long time ago. I was driving down Woodward Avenue, and Kevorkian lives in Berkeley, which is around 12 Mile and Woodward. And there he was on his frickin' bike in that stupid blue sweater that he wore, riding towards Woodward, and he looked like kind of like the Grim Reaper, all dressed up.
Well, he's got that motif, doesn't he?
Yeah, I know.
He's got
Milking
that,
it.
Yeah. Well, you can Kevorkian yourself in 2 places now in the world: Canada and the Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
So his dream came to fruition. What was that, Alan?
I think he's like the bad boy at the convalescent home, though. He's like the bad boy.
Yeah, he gets all the chicks. Yeah, that's true.
Grammys.
He's really creepy looking. I mean, if there was one guy in this world that you could imagine advocating for like killing yourself, it's that guy.
Euthanasia is the word.
Okay, whatever. You dress it up however you want.
Look at the euthanasia.
Well, that's
Yeah,
the
Euthanasia is a
proper terminology.
Like a boy band, isn't it?
it's called BTS.
Oh my God.
what?
Euthanasia too.
Really?
Yes,
Kevorkian
the
was a
euthanasia.
person who promoted euthanasia,
Gotham.
Johan, or
I see.
assisted suicide.
Or the elderly.
BTS road manager.
Right. Now you
the
could just be a
term
depressed
came from
20-something and
him.
get yourself dead. So
Yeah, now you in Canada, if it's like, well, I can't pay rent next month, so I might as well just kill myself.
right. Yeah. Right. And the thing
I
is,
see.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. I mean, if these people want to take themselves out of the gene pool, I guess,
Yeah. No.
I
I'm
think that's pretty extreme for not paying your rent there.
Yeah,
dude,
but I mean,
okay.
in all honesty, there's a lot of people in the world trying to tell you what you should do with your life, and I disagree. If you want to end it, and you're an adult, shit. Well, who am I to stand in your way? Comic Book Bob, on the other hand, has the perfect statement here because Exorcist 3 was his favorite because it's the best one.
It actually is pretty good
for sure.
That is a killer movie, dude.
I don't know if I've ever seen Exorcist 3. I've seen
Oh
1
my
and 2
God.
for sure, but I don't know if I've seen the third one.
It's not
One of
as
the best movies Brad Dourif said.
Yeah, it's not as like gross out type as the first one, but it is really creepy.
Well, because I really enjoy the first one. Obviously, the second one's awful. Everybody hated the second one.
It was a stupid idea.
But I think that might have been what killed me from like wanting to go see the third one because but everybody likes it. So,
But
Well,
they made
Have anybody seen
they
Record?
made 2 Exorcist prequels, and one wasn't that good, but there was another one that I thought was excellent, and it starred that guy who played the professor on Thor.
Gilligan's Island?
Oh,
No,
Stellan
he's,
Skarsgård.
That dude,
Yeah.
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 So, and that was really good.
Well,
Like his dad.
Exorcist the beginning, I think.
One of them is called Exorcist Beginning, and there's another one. It was there was like one version done by 2 different directors, and and I forget what happened, but they decided to release both.
Oh, that one, yeah, that was like the 4th or the 5th one, yeah. But Andrew, this is all I have to say about Exorcist 3. George C. Scott, Ed Flanders, and Jason Miller banging off of each other. It's got Brad Dourif as well, as someone mentioned, but mainly it's George C. Scott, Ed Flanders, Jason Miller, fantastic actors all, just banging off of each other. It's freaking sweet, dude.
Banging off each other. Isn't that called Lemon Party?
Oh God!
Okay, sorry.
It's a
Chester, how could you?
It's a master class in acting, is what it is.
It is. It is. It's a great performances, great script, underrated movie.
Yeah. You know, especially Miller. I mean, his performance as the priest. My God, dude. And Dorff is amazing too. He is amazing in it as well.
Gosh, now you're making me think I have seen Exorcist 3 for some reason. I can't remember anymore.
Oh, it's a really good movie. It just those four men's performances is outstanding.
Right.
Everybody does a good job in it. It's beautifully shot. It's got some actually genuine scares in it, real ones. But mainly it's those four dudes going at it. It's really, really good, and it doesn't hold any punches. It doesn't do like my favorite vampire movie of all time is Near Dark. It's a great movie, but the ending is a little bit, Hollywood, right? Spoilers: blood transfusion can cure you of vampirism. When it would have been way ballsier for either the boy to embrace becoming a vampire or for him and the girl to meet the son together. That would have been the better ending. But they didn't have the balls for it because they had to have that Hollywood ending. This movie, Exorcist 3, does not have such conceits.
Real quick, I just saw Comic Book Bob enter the general chat, and it doesn't look like he has permission to come into the live chat. So
No
maybe
problem.
give him.
I will go and deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comic Book Bob, if you want to come in, we'll send you an upgrade.
Let me
Someone knocking our door.
let me go look at it here.
That was-
There he is. Yeah, I'll give you permissions, dude. I don't know why you don't have them already. Yeah, he's got the guest thing. I think he should be able to get in. But I don't see. What should I give him?
Participant, right?
Or participant. Yeah, there it
Yeah,
is.
participant
There it is.
role.
I got it. Okay. There you go. You're good. You can come in now, Bob.
McChester.
What?
Hey.
The cinematography was amazing. Yeah. It's a really, really good movie, dude. Oh, hey, Bob.
Yeah, the best dude. My favorite scene in that movie is the one that nobody ever talks about, and it's the one where he goes to the archdiocese. It's the middle of the night and there's nobody there, and he's sitting in the hallway and he hears a sound down the hallway. So he gets up, and the first shot is him from the end is him looking down the hallway, and there's nothing there. But then the shot shifts, and it's from the end of the hallway looking at him, and you see him lit in the back looking down the hallway, and on the right hand side there is a statue of one of the saints, but it's been defaced like the Virgin Mary was at the beginning of the movie, and it looks like the freaking Joker.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's how nasty it looks like. And the director, like, during the
I
commentary, he
remember
said
that.
that whole scene is basically setting up the idea that even though he can't see it, evil is just around the corner waiting for him.
Right. Yeah. No, it's got
And
that
it's
kind
such
of.
a cool cinematic shot.
It is. There's a lot of that in that movie. And that movie has actual horror in it.
Dread.
It's dread. Yeah. Fear. It's not like, just some bloody slasher movie, right?
Yeah. And it's just, like you said, man, it's like an acting tour de force, man. George C. Scott is so good in that movie.
He is. And
Dude,
Dorff
and he's like,
does a good job too.
Dude, Brad Dourif is a very underappreciated actor. He's extremely good at that. And George C. Scott actually was in another one of my favorite horror movies. It was called The Changeling.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's too 70s TV for me, but I get your point though. It's a good movie.
Yeah, and that's one of those movies where, and that's something that I think a lot of movies lost, was what made that movie was really creepy was the sound effects, was just like the audio of it.
Yeah.
Because you got that whole, like, he's in that empty house and there's no sound, and he's playing the piano and it's got the dead key. And then he gets up and walks away, and then it's just dead silent in the room, and then all of a sudden the key goes down and it ding, and it just reverberates through the entire house.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
It's scary anyway.
Well, I mean, George C. Scott is a straight up good actor, and the younger generation doesn't even know who he is.
Yeah.
Weird.
Which is a crime.
Yeah.
I mean, how many movies that guy was in, and how many different roles? I mean, he's one of my favorite
so many,
actors.
yeah.
It was Scrooge.
Yep.
I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
him in Patton, actually.
Dude, he was in.
Patton.
Yeah.
He was in so many movies, man. He was in. Yep, Patton. That's the one that pretty much everybody remembers him from.
Yeah,
that one
but
and Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah,
he
Dr.
was in
Strangelove.
the original Crucible. They're
Oh,
remaking
Doctor
that, you know.
Strangelove.
The Crucible, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Again?
like, please stop touching shit. Please stop.
He was in the Changeling.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. That's one of my favorite horror movies of all time.
Okay, getting back to the prequels, there was the two prequels was Dominion,
Mhm.
Yep.
prequel to The Exorcist, and then Exorcist: The Beginning. And Exorcist: The Beginning was actually the good one, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's weird because if you've ever I don't know if you guys have ever read the books or anything like that, but they talk about that because that's Father Marin, the old priest from the original Exorcist. That was played by Max von Sydow. That's his story. That's when he first meets Pazuzu, and that's when they have their first encounter, and that's why Pazuzu wants to kill him in the other movie. But the way it happened in the if you haven't seen it by now, shit.
I'm kidding.
I know, but the way I actually like the way it happens in the books, and and they actually show a depiction of it in the second movie, which is the only good thing in that friggin' movie. Because to get to the boy that was possessed, he has to climb this friggin' mountain. He has to climb a cliff, and a guy falls and dies, and his body is he ends up they can never find his body, and when the other guy goes to retrace the steps, he finds out that the body was stuck between a rock shelf. So to get to just to get to where the exorcism was gonna be, he had to basically go through hell.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, that movie series definitely has hits and misses, but there's some good ones. I really like George C. Scott in Firestarter.
Yeah, he's the character he plays in there is really cool.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
But he's a great actor, man. There are not a lot of guys like him anymore.
No, we get Cumberbatches, unfortunately. I heard someone make a comment. I forget where it was, but I agreed wholeheartedly. Many comic book characters are based upon real life people, right? For the look.
Yep.
And of course, one of those real life people with Doctor Strange, of course, is based upon Vincent Price, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got Cumberbatch coming in, a British man.
This new.
And instead of doing a proper Vincent Price, just over the top, amazing Vincent Price performance, we get Cumberbatch trying to be an American. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Such a missed opportunity, dude.
Here's where I'll defend Cumberbatch, because it's not him. It's the stupid Disney executive saying, "Oh, we need him to be punny like all the other characters that we have in the Marvel universe." So that's what happens. So now he's just like an Iron Man light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and that's and that's kind of where I stand with a lot of these performances and stuff like that. Is they're giving the directors and the producers the performance they want.
No, I get it. I'm not anti Cumberbatch. I've seen him do some good British stuff. I'm just saying, just imagine if he came in and did a Vincent Price homage.
Oh yeah.
Dude, here's the thing, though,
It would have
man.
been freaking awesome.
That's hard to do, though, man, because Vincent Price was so unique.
Oh, he was amazing. I love Vincent.
Dude.
Yeah. Is he still famous in Britain, Rabbit?
Everyone's still famous like that. I mean, he was massive, wasn't he?
Everyone's famous in Britain.
Well, I'm just, you never know. In America, a lot of the young people don't know George C. Scott, as we just mentioned.
Well, a lot of the people don't know
Vincent
that
Price.
a lot of people don't know that El Santo is one of the greatest horror heroes of all time, and nobody mentions him. And I'm going to draw him because y'all.
The only people that care about the Mexicans is Alan.
Perfect.
I care.
No, I remember El Santo, man. I'm a big
I
wrestling guy, man.
Yeah, I
Are you,
remember
dude?
him.
Are you? My gosh! Thank you, Jesus.
A luchador fighting evil. Yes.
Yep.
That is right.
Dude, and
Frankenstein and all kinds of stuff.
oh god, what was that vampire series that was
It was
just
El Santo and the vampire women, and they
Yeah.
had it in the US, in San Antonio, Texas. I was not watching, and they called him Samson. And it
yeah,
had this weird overdub, and I did not care because it was just the coolest thing.
Well,
there was a vampire TV series that was out on FX, and I can't remember the name of it now.
Yeah.
But there was a character in there that was based off of El Santo. It was this old Mexican guy who he was called his character was called the Silver Angel.
Oh,
And because there was another Mexican dude who was like a gangbanger, and he was actually working for the vampires and didn't know it.
Oh yeah.
And but this old guy, he was like running a restaurant now. And the guy like made a move at him, and he dropped into that friggin' like that ready stance. And he goes, "I knew you were that guy." He's like, he just starts going off about like how like the Silver Angel stuff. He's like, "Yeah, you know me, I always like the heavies, and all that shit like that." But the dude ends up having one last chance to be a hero, to save everybody from the vampires.
Yeah, I prefer the English version of the Saint. We won't talk about Val Kilmer at all.
Hey, you leave Val Kilmer alone.
I
He
love me some
tried.
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, sweet guy.
I mean, Top Secret is one of the best movies ever made.
It is a good movie. No, he's a great actor. That's another, lost great actor people don't talk about. And I have to say, in Maverick, all props to Tom Cruise, man. That was a great scene they had with him, right? It was really good, dude.
Oh, I still haven't seen that. I really gotta watch that.
Oh, it is
What?
moving.
Yeah, I
Star
heard-
Wars.
No, definitely not Star Wars. No.
Yeah, that series I was
the-
talking about is called the
The
Strain.
climax is comparable to Star Wars.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay,
With-
okay.
Yeah,
I
it's the
get you.
trains run.
Right. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. No, but Maverick is a really good movie. But that Val Kilmer scene is so tastefully done.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
Trying to find.
I think a lot of people don't know we lost Val Kilmer. He's here, but I mean, we lost him because he had some kind of disease or something, and he can't
Throat
talk.
cancer.
Yeah, something like that.
It's kind of weird to think that the pretty much the same thing is right around the corner for Bruce Willis. Like Bruce Willis is
Yeah.
just basically turning into a vegetable slowly, and
Mhm.
so it's like yeah, nothing we can do about it. He's just eventually not gonna be with us anymore.
It is interesting that his newer wife and the old wife has moved in to help care for him. Isn't that interesting that Demi's back with Bruce in a weird way?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good for him.
It's good for him,
it-
but it just shows the stupidity of that woman.
Well, and also they may have brought him in because if he only remembered that point in his life, if he's reverting,
Oh, interesting.
and we've seen it happen with some of our patients where they don't know that they've been
Oh.
divorced. That would be so sad too, because you don't know. It's
Yeah.
like going through it all over again.
Yeah, no, that is fair point. That is fair, but she was so dumb, so dumb. I mean, but anyway, we see a lot of stupidity. Sheldon has a very interesting little anecdote here. Vincent Price's daughter came to a local Comic-Con. She commissioned me to draw her dog surrounded by skulls. That's cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I actually went down a Vincent Price rabbit hole recently, and I actually watched the movies that I forgot I had never seen,
Mhm.
which was The Last Man on Earth.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first version of I Am Legend that was ever done.
Yeah.
I thought that was Omega Man. Is it older than Omega Man?
It's
It
oh
is-
yeah,
it
it's
is.
way older
It's
than
way
yeah, it's
older,
black and
yeah.
white, dude.
Oh,
That's when he was a
sweet.
young man.
Yeah.
Actually,
but,
it was in color, wasn't it?
No, it was
Or
black
did
and
they-
white.
or did- yeah,
No,
it was in black and white, and then they colorized it. Yeah.
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 But no, Vincent's in so many great movies, man. He's of course the Witch Hunter General, and that's a really good movie, good version.
Oh
of him.
yeah.
The original House on Haunted Hill. There's some moments that'll make you chuckle because of the special effects, but it's so atmospheric. It's really good.
Yeah.
And it's just the great Vincent Price over the top stuff. I love his Dr. Phibes. Now,
Yeah,
Dr.
The
Fives.
Abominable
Oh,
Dr.
Dr. Fives
Fives is the
Yeah.
best.
Out so
It is.
bad.
That's
I love that
a
friggin'
comedy
show.
though.
But I
Yeah.
can't do when you're a kid. It's not comedy. When you're a kid, it's just freaking scary.
I
I
suppose.
could not stand him. I was just so scared of him. I would cry when he came on the TV.
I was
But I'd
just
watch
like,
Tonto.
I love the way he kills everybody with the 7 plagues of Egypt.
Yeah, no, and it's just so ridiculous. The best one. I am without words, gentlemen. Someone has catapulted a horse's head across
That
a
was the
London
best.
street. It was so
Dude, the best part is when because they couldn't get him off because the horn
And they're
of the
turning
unicorn
it
is like
slowly. Oh my
so they
God.
those like, you see the guy in the next room in the gentleman's club reading the paper, and you see the dude's feet just go past the window, the door,
Yeah.
and then he turns around and looks, and does it again.
Oh,
Dude,
it's
it's
so good.
awesome.
He paints his windows of his car that to have his original visage, so it's
Yeah.
painted on the windows. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. What was the name of the woman who played his sister? Man, holy crap, she was hot.
This you mean his assistant?
No, that's his sister.
No, it's not.
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be his sister in the movie.
No, it's definitely not.
See, Virginian. See,
somebody look it up.
Volnavia.
Volnavia, yes,
Yeah.
the vagina girl. Another
Yeah.
joke.
What?
Well, whilst he looks that up, the one of the this is gonna be a weird thing, but I'm wondering who will agree with me. I really believe that the what was the movie that Minions came out of?
Despicable Me.
Despicable Me.
Despicable
Gru?
Me. I really feel that there's some huge Dr. Vibe influences in that series. Because one of the things with Vibes is he always, no matter where he is, has this incredibly elaborate gear to murder you. There's no way in the middle of the desert he could have all of that stuff or even carry it. But yet he does. It just appears, and it's awesome.
He planned ahead.
He did plan ahead. He did. Yeah, but Volnavia, who is played by two different girls in the two movies,
Yeah.
she is one of his android creations.
So that's the other thing is that she was like he made her later as like kind of like a replacement for his wife, and then it was just like, nah, she's just gonna be a servant or something.
Right, something like that. Yeah, no. I
Maybe he
think
just read that.
I think I saw her. I think I saw her like interview, and they were talking about the making of the movie, and the initial idea they were going to go. They were going to go deeper into the story, and then well, shit, we're making a comedy. Let's not. But the initial idea was it was his attempt to find a body to move his wife's soul, but he couldn't.
Yeah, kind of like what he does in the second movie, where he does like the whole resurrection thing.
That's right. But of course, the Mr. Freeze is a straight up ripoff of Dr. Fives.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But and I think it was
Rip-off or a
actually I'm reading this and now
Or-
I'm remembering that they were originally there was going to be a scene where he actually has to wind her up and then he has to put the key in her neck or something.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah. I mean, but I really, you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see them get some really fine modern actor and do an HBO miniseries or whatever, some not a TV one, but a proper studio one, and take the ideas, because that was just people throwing ideas against the wall to make a comedy, right? But there is some brilliantness in there. And I'd like to see them take that run from the beginning, what he was working on, his wife's death, which changed his focus, all the way to the end of it. Because in the end, Dr. Fives wins. The villain wins in the story, right?
In both of them, he wins.
Yeah. Well, I look at him as one movie, but I see your point.
Yeah. Who do you think? God, who is there out there today that could put? Actually,
William Dafoe.
William Dafoe.
Definitely.
Yeah. William Dafoe.
Ray Fiennes.
Ray
His name
Fiennes.
is Willem.
Willem. No, but there's that type of actor you need. Someone that can go way over the top with it. Maybe even do something different, doing something more manic, which is why
Who was the dude in
Willem's in my head.
Fargo?
What was that?
Which dude in Fargo?
The one that feeds everybody the wood chipper and then wimps out at the end and can't do it.
Oh yeah, he's a character actor in like
Yeah, I was gonna
so
say
many
he
things,
would.
but I don't know his
Oh,
name.
you're not talking about oh God, William
That
H
dude.
Macy, are you?
No,
Yes.
no, no, no.
No, you
No,
don't
William
think
H.
it's-
Oh, William H. Macy.
Is
No,
the
the
car
guy
dealer
who the guy who like shoves guys into the wood chipper, or who does the wood chipper thing. He's like, I don't know how to describe him.
Let's see
He
here.
would be too wussy, maybe. He wouldn't enjoy it enough. I don't. He's such a good character actor that I think I would give him a chance.
So the cast in that was you're not talking about Peter Stormare, are you?
No, he might do
Probably.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the guy that played Lucifer in Constantine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy is fantastic.
Yeah, the guy.
yeah,
the guy who played the Russian dude in Armageddon. Said,
Oh,
everything
okay.
I won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's
that guy.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about acting with your body. He's really good with that.
Yeah.
But the chat has got some good comments here on Vincent Price, so I'm glad I mentioned it. Mask of the Red Death. Yes.
Yep.
More, please.
Great movie.
Edward the Lionheart, of course, in Theater of Blood. And you guys talking? Yeah. Sheldon mentioned Constantine. Yeah. But no, Vincent's a great actor. If you haven't seen Vincent movies, go watch it. He's different.
Oh my God, dude.
He's not Christopher Lee. It's not that.
Yep.
It's different.
He's very elegant and over the top.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, he's the in
What about
reality,
the mildew in your bathroom?
Well, he's the kind of guy, if you met and listened to and talked to him, he's such a sweet, soft guy, you would think he was a homosexual. But then again, he's British, so. But
So he is.
yeah, but he's not. He's a normal dude. But he's got this weird sense of humor, this weird presence. I don't know how to explain Vincent Price. He's quite unique. He's
the
not
kind of
British.
person. Yeah, he was the kind of person that when he would walk into the room, all eyes would be on him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. But he is different though. His character is quite different.
Why do you say this to me? He would there were like certain points where he would over enunciate certain things, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He would put emphasis on like everyone puts emphasis on like different beats. He would put emphasis on a word
the wrong syllable.
Yeah, it would like be at the wrong moment, but it would still like carry so much
would work.
presence. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was. He is cool. My wife had no idea who he was, and then I said Michael Jackson's Thriller, the dude who
Yep.
talks. She's like,
Yeah.
oh.
The original, remember the original Fly?
Yes. Oh
Yep.
gosh, that was great.
He was in that. Actually, one of my favorite movies he was in that a lot of people don't talk about is The Bat.
Oh, I love that movie.
He's
Yeah,
in the
that's a really
White
good
House.
movie. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, about the serial killer.
No,
Lester, he wasn't British.
oh,
Who's
good
that?
God,
I
he's
grew up
got to
watching
be
him in
British. He's
Edward
so
Scissorhands.
British in his
No,
manner.
he was born in St. Louis.
Was he? Yeah, but his
He grew
career
up
was
here.
in Britain, dude. He's a hammer guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, I always thought it was British.
We'll come out of St. Louis.
I mean, there's plenty of gay people in St. Louis. Don't get me wrong. But
Well, he's not though. He it's just you know what I mean. You guys have seen Vincent
I know
Price,
what
right?
you mean. Yes.
It's yeah. But I
Oh,
do
that's
love
why.
Vincent.
His uniquely cultivated voice and persona were the result of well-rounded education, which began with his family dispatching him on a tour of Europe's cultural centers. So he was educated in Europe.
Oh, there you go. That explains it.
So
yeah.
that explains a lot of it right there.
Yeah.
And he got his degree in art history in London's Courtauld Institute.
Yeah, but nearly everything he did was in Britain, though. It did. Can anyone name a Vincent Price movie shot in America?
Edward Scissorhands, but
Oh well.
which was his last movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think, yeah. I think the parts with him were shot in England in that movie, weren't they?
I don't know. I do not know. I've always put him as an English actor, though. He was an American international. That's fair. A lot of them are.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
He
of
was
like
well.
that.
He did a lot
lot
of
of,
theater too, though.
Yeah.
A
know,
lot of
The
theater.
Tilex commercials.
One of the problems we do run into these days, though, is the fact that we just don't have the dearth of great actors that we used to.
Nope.
There used to be a lot of them, and then Americans, to be fair, used to have some great actors, but it fell to I want to be famous in America, but Canada and Britain were still putting out thespians, right? Where America wasn't. But now
We were born that way.
Oh God. But now there's just so much crap, dude. I mean, the only good ones are the older ones, but I mean, they're not this generation, right? I mean, I don't know. We're not in a good situation.
Timothy Chalamet is quite good.
What?
Yeah, but he looks like a lady boy.
Who are we talking about?
maybe.
Timothy what?
Timothy Chalamet, the guy that plays
Chalamet.
in the new Dune movies,
Chalamet.
Paul Atreides.
Yeah,
Chalamet
him.
is Wonka. Wonka
Yeah, oh,
is
God, he looks
Chalamet.
awful as Wonka. Gene
That
Wilder's
movie
the young
could be
Wonka.
fun, though. I saw the trailer. The concept could be fun, and Hugh Grant looks like he's absolutely killing it, dude. Just chewing scenery.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know
Dragon
what I
Dragon,
you know what I
great in
can
that too.
You know what I can bring up that's could kind of like spin us a little bit back on topic, but was also like a surprisingly fun movie.
We're talking about Vincent Price. That is exactly a horror icon, sir.
That is true.
I'm moving it from the Willy Wonka thing.
Oh, okay.
Because you
Was
hate women.
the Five Nights at Freddy's movie? I was pleasantly surprised
Really?
at how much I enjoyed
was
that
too.
movie.
Really?
I was
Yeah.
50-50 on that movie.
Well,
I love
because-
the look of it was great.
Because here's my reasoning, right? It's obviously horror for kids.
Yes.
Which we don't get a lot of horror for kids anymore. And and if you know the expanded lore, if you know what the story is behind
Yep.
it,
Yes.
then the movie works really well as an adaptation. So that was my first one. That's my first reason for liking it, is because we don't have a lot of horror for kids, and I thought it was fun as a movie for horror for kids. Two, Jason Blum, who I believe is an absolute genius when it comes to, because he basically, buys the cheapest horror movies people make and makes billions of dollars off of them from normie horror, right?
Yeah.
He had the balls to actually go get Scott Cawthon, who is the original creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, because the fan base tried to cancel him.
Yeah.
Because they found out that he liked Trump and he just wanted to provide for his family, and they were like, "Nope."
Let's talk about how many actually did try. How many of his actual real fans tried to cancel him? That's like Notch getting canceled. He didn't
exactly.
cancel
It was the exact same thing. But Jason Blum let Scott Cawthon write the story, produce it with his own production company, and do the screenplay. So like he basically let this guy who made an indie game for like nothing basically live his dream and make his own indie horror film like at $1 billion studio. So highly recommended. It's not the greatest movie you'll ever see, but it is a very fun movie.
But
The
Ray
part
Thulu
two-
has the best question, though. How does it stack up against Willy's Wonderland?
Willie's is a better movie, but FNAF, you wouldn't get Willie's without FNAF.
Fair.
And Willy's Wonderland is, I don't know. Nothing really happens. It's like the action is boring. I actually found it to be like Five Nights at Freddy's to be charming in a way, and like it's kind of like and Matthew Lillard is in it. That was a total win for me.
The cool thing about Five Nights at Freddy was the way that they put the lore into the movie. Like you said, the backstory about how these things happen. The thing that I can't stand is the story with the aunt, the whole story with Mike and the aunt and his aunt and all that stuff. God, that shit is unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. And it's boring as hell.
I thought I did think it was like an interesting angle, but because here's the other thing, right? Is the actual lore to Five Nights at Freddy's is actually pretty dark. Like it's
super
pretty,
dark.
It's pretty vile in certain places, and so this movie could have gone darker, but they kept it pretty light.
Yeah, and here's the thing. You're right on this. They made it 100% for kids. It's a PG-13 horror film with almost no horror in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually kind of charming at places, right?
But
Right?
it almost feels like an extended Goosebumps episode.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
right.
that's
Um,
definitely
for
not
kids.
for me.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it's more
that's
for
what I'm
kids.
saying. Like I'm a hardcore horror guy. Like I would have liked. I almost wish they had made 2 movies. Like make the one for the kids, and then make an actual hardcore horror film based off of
That would
Five
be
Nights at
interesting,
Freddy's.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my son won't like to hear that because he was a big fan of that game.
Yeah.
I have to say that Willy's Wonderland is misunderstood, though. Just to kind of jump in here and make a correction. What you don't understand about Willy's Wonderland, it is a long form commercial for energy drinks.
I know. It's know what that is? That's basically a movie where like, okay, we want to do a movie with what's his name?
Nick Cage.
Nicolas
With
Cage.
Nicolas Cage. And basically we can't pay him. Like the more he talks, the more we're gonna have to pay him.
Right. So,
So we're just gonna have him in his movie. He's not
Yeah,
gonna say
so
a
no
freaking word
line,
not one.
until the very end of it, and we're just gonna
And-
have him beat the shit out of a bunch of stuff.
And all of his energy drinks are just filled with alcohol.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Laced with cocaine. Don't forget that.
It's a 2 hour. It's like an hour and 45-minute like commercial for Nick Cage drinking energy drinks and just having a rage.
It's wonderful.
But no, it's FNAF. Like if you're a fan of if you've ever played the games and everything, you'll enjoy it. I think to an extent.
See, that's what I thought was interesting too. Is I'm not technically a fan, but I do know all the lore.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
it's,
aware, like where you.
Yeah, because I've never played one of the games.
I did.
I've never. But Wendigoon went through the entire lore, and I was like, wow, this is really interesting.
Yeah.
It's a weird form
Like
of body.
Kid Cousin.
Being trapped.
Well,
Being trapped
yeah.
inside.
Speaking of Sir Nicolas Cage, Alan wins.
Renfield. Yeah, that was a good movie. I actually liked Renfield.
I mean, it's like,
You
why
know,
did it take so long for you to make Nick Cage a vampire? I mean, Jesus.
They
Dude,
had to wait.
and
They had to wait for the technology to catch up.
Dude, you know the best thing about that whole freaking movie is the scenes where it's in black and white and they're literally going shot for shot with the old Bela Lugosi
Right?
movie.
It was
he
great.
looks just freaking like Bela Lugosi.
Good on you, Nick. Yeah, no, that movie is fantastic. Nick Cage owns that movie. It is so good.
Yeah.
The other people aren't bad. I don't like that Aquafina chick. I mean,
I can't stand anything
she's a
she's in,
dumbass.
dude.
But to be fair, she's not horribly annoying. Just like
She's very limited in this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, the thing
She's
is,
very
her
limited in it.
sister should have been the main. They should have flipped it,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Well,
No.
I mean, in this era of TikTok funny, like Aquafina's TikTok funny
Ugh.
because loud equals a joke, and you know,
Oh, right.
so she just screams a lot, and that's her form of comedy.
Yeah.
It is.
She was
This
the-
is
she
a
was- she
threefer,
was
by
the
the
wor-
way.
Was that?
What was that?
Oh, that this is a threefer. It's not just Nick Cage and Dracula, but it's also a lot of people. I don't know if they picked up on the ode to a movie called London After Midnight.
London After
that
Midnight,
was
yep.
like a lost film. And like that's what they kind of you can see that's their inspiration for this look, the top
Yeah.
hat and all the teeth.
Lon Chaney.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's actually the they don't have a complete cut of that movie. It's been lost. They had to
Yeah,
piece
that's
it
true.
together out of other ones.
Oh, it's kind of like Event Horizon in a way. Not the same
Yeah.
thing, but like
But
Event
no,
Horizon.
no.
Like there's
Yeah.
a whole lost cut to the movie.
We'll never
probably
get-
would have been amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because they put all the film reel in like a Polish vault, and then it burned to the ground.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's how you.
So
do
it's like,
it.
nope, we'll never see a director's cut of that movie, even though it's probably
Shame.
the greatest film we've ever seen.
Yeah, I understand the ratings boards. I get their responsibility, but I just think companies, directors should make the movie they want to do. Let them chop it up the way they're going to chop it up, but always have a director's cut. Always.
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 I totally agree with you, Justin. Totally agree.
I am seeing some really nice horror icons pop up today, though. and of course we've talked about several today. And let's see, what time is it? Okay, so we got it's time for me to get a coffee, but I don't actually have to go anywhere because I have a wife in the house. Hi, wife.
Mhm.
Ooh, you got wifeys.
Is that I thought
Everybody?
that was-
Everybody, wave at the wifey.
Hello.
You're getting
Hello.
waves and hellos. Hi. Can I have some coffee, please? Thank you.
So actually, I thought that I realize now that Springtrap. I thought that was Courage, the Cowardly Dog at first.
Oh,
No,
that's a good
Melissa's.
idea,
Yeah,
though.
that would have been a good. Yeah, that would have been a good one.
I almost did the Ramses from Courage the Cowardly Dog just because it's so
Yeah.
freaking.
Booga, booga, booga.
That would have actually.
Oh,
been
he's
great.
so scary.
Oh
Courage?
yeah,
Ramses gave me nightmares for weeks.
Wow.
From Courage?
Yes.
Yeah, it was just so he was so
Courage.
uncanny because
It was uncanny.
early-
Yeah.
it was just the uncanniness of the 3D
Yeah.
the computer generated image. It was just weird.
Oh, you know
The
they
way
did that
he
on
moves,
purpose, though.
What's the character's name?
King
Ramses.
Ramses, the man in gauze, King Ramses.
My kids watch
Yeah,
that.
because the guy who did Courage the Cowardly Dog was like very artsy. Like he was
Mhm.
very
Yeah.
experimental in his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What's the?
He knew how to do the Uncanny Valley really well. You could tell that he did that, like a lot of that stuff on purpose.
Oh, this
Yeah.
character. Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's Pyramid Head. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No.
I play a video game called Dead by Daylight a lot.
Oh
and,
yeah.
he's one of the killers in it.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, they've got a bunch of Hollywood killers and stuff, and like Freddy's in there, Michael Myers.
Are they licensed
Leatherface.
or homage?
Yeah, they're licensed. Yeah, that's actually them. Was it
Yeah, Ghostface Killer's in it.
Ghostface is in it. But I think a Pinhead is in it. Samara from The Ring.
Samara. Her name is Sadako.
Well, whichever
Sadako,
version you
yeah.
want to call it. Yeah, actually, the version in the game is actually Sadako. It's the Japanese version.
I was going to say,
'Cause,
there's only
they-
one version.
Yeah, because they have they all have like unique like when they kill one of the players in the game, they have like a unique thing they call it a mori, and a unique kill. And hers is like the one literally from the Japanese version where you see the eyeball, and then the person's body just twists and breaks.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
the
Nicholas.
Japanese is
Yeah,
way
they just
better than
added
the
Nicholas
American
Cage.
one, just so you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just added Nicolas Cage as a survivor in Dead by Daylight. He's friggin' awesome. He's one of the only ones that has voice lines. It's friggin'
Look at
hilarious.
that forehead, Maury.
And doesn't his character make a comment about Sadako? He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh crap, she's here too.
Yeah, and then it's like also there's like they all have different chase music, and he's like, "Stop it!"
Nick?
He's awesome, man. It was the friggin' best thing ever in that game.
Oh,
Did
Nick
they have a
Cage is
Momo
awesome.
in there? Did they have
They have
Momo?
what?
Momo. Momo.
Oh, you mean was it? I don't think it's Momo, but it's from Fear TV. They got like a bunch of the creatures that they created for that show. For
Yeah.
that, they got a bunch of those are in there. Resident Evil, like Wesker, and the Nemesis are in there.
Yeah. Well, Gabby's doing a Silent Night thing. A
Who?
Silent Hill, sorry. Silent Night's a
Yeah.
whole different movie.
Silent Hill, baby. Yeah, from Silent. They actually have survivors too. They've got what's his name? James Sullivan from the second game is in there, and Heather from the third one.
You know the thing I loved about Silent Hill series, speaking of horror icons, because that is one of the best horror games ever made.
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely.
But you know the interesting thing about it, it's in the end, spoilers, if you haven't played it yet, what's wrong with you? Or
I'm
watch
sorry.
the movie. No, you've been chastised, admonished. But no, it's not actually supernatural. Well, it is, but it's not demons. It's not magic. It's psionic.
Yeah.
And I love that twist, dude. I love that twist. And once you get that, and then you go back and look at the things you're dealing with, you realize that these are psychic monsters. These are representations of humans' trauma and horror. It's such a brilliant twist, dude. Oh my god.
Well, so there's a bunch of different theories as well as to what Silent Hill actually is, because basically everybody who goes to Silent Hill has a different experience because they've all experienced either different horrors or atrocities or whatever they are there called the Silent Hill for.
Yeah.
But people have theorized that the Ash World is purgatory and then the Hell World is actually hell. So you're jumping between purgatory and hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's like the first game definitely is. The whole thing is actually the second game does it better, where the whole thing is basically James wants to be punished because he let his wife die.
Right.
Yeah.
He basically he's guilty. He feels guilty about it. And there's two different endings. One ending is he lives and he gets away. The other ending is that he actually picks up her body and he walks into the lake and kills himself.
Well, and it's really interesting too, because like Silent Hill was such a turning point for the series, even though it was only the second one. Because that's when they made the horror icon, which is Pyramid Head, and it was really annoying that they kept putting him in things because it's like, no, you don't understand. Like he is a representation of only James's personal hell. Like, stop putting him in everything.
And there's actually two versions of him in. There's actually two versions. There's the one with the spear, and then there's the one with the blade.
Yeah.
What's the little girl's name? Is it Anna?
No. In the first game, it's Cheryl.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Psionic girl, though. The Psionic girl.
It's Alessa. Yeah, she's
Alessa,
basically
okay.
she's the vessel for Samael.
Right. But the way I've always looked at it in my personal fantasy is that everything is coming out of her. She has become an id vacuum and created her own reality. And she's just simply tapping in on people's inner torment and pulling them into her world.
That's basically what it is. Silent Hill. That's how like in the first game, they're driving down the street and then all of a sudden the accident happens.
Right.
They get pulled into the echo of Alessa is pulling them into that world so she can get to Cheryl.
Right, and it's so busted up and weird and twisted because it's a little girl's vision of what things are. It's not adult understanding, right?
It's a young girl who has been tormented and tortured and burned alive. So that's why everything is broken and everything's like I said, you go into the dark world, everything's burnt and rusted and charred and
it's brilliant and beautiful. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Dude, I'll put it this way, man. The first game I played, me and my buddy, we got the first game and I'm home alone by myself. It's after midnight. It's thunderstorm outside. And I'm playing that game, and I don't know if you guys remember the first game. One of the creepiest things about that game is the camera angles.
Oh yeah,
and
the
first part,
noise.
Yep, and you're walking down that alleyway, and the camera shifts to like an angle where it's almost like someone's watching you from above.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And in my brain, I'm going, "Oh shit!" And so come around the corner, and you go through that one gate, and that's when you go into the other world. And then those babies with no skin.
The first hell
come after you and you die, and I'm freaking the hell out. But the creepiest thing that happened in that game, because the guy who made that first game was a freaking genius.
Yeah.
When you're in the elementary school and you go into the bathroom, and I'm thinking, holy shit, dude, something bad's waiting for me on the other side of this freaking door. You get in the bathroom and you get in there, and then nothing happens, and then the last door in the stall goes. You're like, oh crap, man! Something's either something's gonna jump out of the other stall when I go over there to check that, or there's something bad waiting for me in that stall. So then you go over there and you open the first stall door and there's nothing, and you open the second door and there's nothing, and you go to the last one, and you open it and there's nothing, and I'm like, you assholes.
Yeah.
So then you're like looking around the room, like make sure that there's nothing in there, and then you go and you click on the door to leave, and right when you click on the door, you hear a little kid go, hee, and you're like, oh shit, something really bad is waiting for me outside this door.
Right.
And as soon as it loads in, there's nothing, and you're like, "Oh my god!" And then you go back in, and the stall door's shut, and you're like, "You guys suck."
That's what I mean. Like, there aren't many games that mess with you like that.
No,
it's just
You
so.
played
good.
Alan Wake 2 yet? That's really good.
I have not played Alan Wake 2. I
is
played
it?
the first Alan Wake.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a lot better than the first one. It's proper like horror. You know, it's,
talk about
it
the
feels
new
like
one?
you're playing a movie. Yeah, the new
How
one.
many
It feels
Alan
like a
Woke?
movie.
See,
Alan Woke. It's
I
nothing
haven't-
woke about the
I'm just
entire
kidding,
game.
dude. I don't know. I haven't played it.
You think everything's woke though?
No,
it's
I
hard.
don't. I
It's
just-
hard to take you seriously.
It's just I know it's going to get a rise out of you. I don't. I really.
Rabbit,
can't.
how true is it that because one of the things that they're selling Alan Wake on is that you basically need like a supercomputer to run it. How true is that?
No, that's bull.
Can you
that's
run it on
bullshit,
base
that is.
hardware? Yeah.
Well, it depends what your base hardware is. I mean, I've got an i5 10th gen and 32 gig of RAM, and I've got well, I've only got a like RTX 2060 in my computer at the minute.
Wait,
and it
but
runs
Misha,
on
the
high
he's going to
fine.
tell us about his tech.
Yeah.
No, it's just
Join
an average
the-
computer. It's a very
You don't
basic
want
average
to
computer.
compare GPUs with me, buddy.
But Sheldon, Eternal Darkness was really, really good too.
Yeah.
That was one of the only that was one of the only good. That's a very Cthulhu-esque game. It's a very Lovecraftian game. But the thing about it is the guys who programmed it, they made the game deliberately to screw with people. So like there were like sometimes you'll load into a room and the room will be upside down.
No, that's bad.
You know, and then like you'll be walking down, you'll open your inventory and all of your stuff's gone.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I do remember. Wasn't there another one where like you turn it on, it would tell you that your save file corrupted?
Yeah, it was corrupted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. It did that, and then but there was also legitimate stuff in the game though. Like, so go ahead.
So bad. Which game is this? I need it.
Eternal
It's
Darkness.
called Eternal Darkness: Sanity's Requiem. It's for the GameCube.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't played that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a very Lovecraftian game. It's like
Well-
it's basically almost like a Cthulhu-esque entity is messing with everything.
You know, according to Norm Macdonald, Bob, the scariest game he's ever played in his life was Frogger, a game that he would spend hours playing. He much preferred to sex, by the way.
Norm Macdonald was
because
the
Frogger
freaking
has
god.
I miss Norm.
I do too.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, Norm.
That
you see
dude-
that
that
get
dude
together
was-
of those comedians, remembering Norm?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
Yep.
I love that he almost did like an Andy Kaufman type thing where he remember that
yeah, all
that
the
one time
time.
he went on stage and purposely bombed and just did the worst show he possibly could because that
Yeah.
was the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
No,
was,
he
yeah, he
did-
was the
he-
kind of dude that just messed with people.
He did it all the time, and people it just bought it hook, line, and sinker. And it's like, do you not know who you're talking to? I mean,
Dude, that was like I'm sorry, go ahead.
well, no, I remember this one particularly comes to my head where he's on a radio show, and so I can't see the people, but it's I just heard it, and it sounds like a bunch of black girls, right, doing some kind of YouTube thing, and. He's sitting there chatting with him, and he comes out. He says, "Yeah, one of the problems in this country is that white people are just so much richer than black people, right?" And of course,
I remember what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, and of course, well, technically, there's 5 times more white people than there are black. So of course, in he was talking in whole. Of course, that is true. But he was just trying to get a rise out of him, right? And
Yeah.
boy, did he get it.
Oh, dude, he was amazingly good at it. If he wanted to mess with you, he
did.
He was a god at it, man. It's almost like the only other guy that even comes close is Bill Burr.
Bill's good, yeah.
Bill, like I remember the best one that I ever saw with Bill was he was on Letterman or something like that, and there was this one chick. She's a lesbian. She's in like a lot of like those prison movies and stuff. She gets up and she's trying to take a coffee. She goes, "Help me!" And he goes, and he looks at Conan and goes, "Hey, can you believe that marriage thing didn't work out?"
Right. But in that radio thing with that, he was, they were getting all riled up, and he says, "Well, the only reason you disagree with me is if you were a racist." And then she said, "What, racist?" And then I think he was, I can't remember the city, but whatever city it was, he said, "Well, I guess this is just a racist city." I mean, he's pissing off the entire city on this radio show. It's hilarious, and no one got it. No one got that he was messing with them.
Yeah.
It was like that time when because they for some reason they let him go on The View a couple times,
Oh, yeah.
and where he knew what they would think, and he was just like talking about Hillary and Bill Clinton, and he's just like, yeah, the time like when that time he killed a guy, and they were like, stop saying that, stop saying.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but he totally killed people, and he's
Yeah.
just saying it over and over and over again.
It was
Oh,
he
man.
was so good at doing that. And for some reason they let him come on, but you notice they didn't let him come on after that.
Yeah. Then which was also kind of the goal as well, because I'm sure
Yeah.
Right.
He did, that guy just did not give a shit.
Well, you know why? Because one of his early young mentors was Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he got to a point where he was like, you know what, he was a comedian's comedian. He's like, I just do whatever I want, man. It's just,
That's true.
like,
And
what do I got to
as
be
it should
afraid of?
That's right. And you have to understand, when I say Rodney Dangerfield, I mean one of the funniest stand-ups of all time. But Rodney is the king of don't give a shit. This guy, Rodney Dangerfield, would literally show up to script meetings wearing a smoking jacket, a la a robe, a silk robe, untied clothes with his balls hanging out. Literally.
Oh,
Get him, Rodney. Oh, that's what this is. I've been sitting here the whole time wondering what Rabbit is doing, going through this elaborate X-ray into the shadowing and this layering. I'm like, what the hell is he making? And I keep changing my opinion. Now I see what's happening. Boy, you went through a lot of work to get there, dude.
Pinhead. Did any of you guys see the Hellraiser remake?
No, I haven't.
Yes.
I should watch it.
What did
It's
you
good.
think?
I liked it.
I thought it was okay. I wasn't a big fan of the main bad guy. He was a little kind of weird, but the rest of them, like, I like the idea that each sin like caused the Lemmer Shun configuration to change.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
thought that was I thought that was
heard they
kind of
added
cool.
a lot of lore. Yeah, that's true. But
Yeah.
that series has been so abused. It's got to be
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
most
Oh.
abused series, dude.
Totally.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Especially the Telltale Heart, the first one, right? So good, such a good movie. The next two or so, I guess, were some fun in it, but man, it's just abused. Worse than
I love the
Friday the
second
13th.
one, man. The second one's great.
Yeah, no, the next couple were fine, but
Oh, the second
first
one
was
is really weird, huh?
spectacular.
I like the second one too.
Yeah. Well, the second one is when
They got
made
the
Judy
doctor in
the
it.
bad
He's a
guy.
cool Cenobite.
I actually, people shit on that character. I like that. I like the idea of that. The way he came out, like because he had like the weird blender blades and stuff like that.
Yeah, he looked cool.
I actually like that. I like that weirdness.
The Discman from Part 3 though kind of make me laugh because I knew that was gonna be dated.
Yeah, I remember that.
But the whole idea behind those is like, and he even says that he's like, these are pale shades of my former troops. He's like, they're kind of lame, but they're the best I've got at the moment because he was weakened.
Right. Yeah.
So he did the best he could with what he had.
Yeah, I think the main reason I haven't watched the new one is because I can't do Hellraiser without Doug Bradley.
No.
If you can get past it somehow though, the new one is actually
It's
pretty
got
good.
some interesting stuff to it. Yeah.
It's pretty it gets creepy at times.
That was another cool thing about the Dead by Daylight when
My
they
mom
brought help.
walked in on me watching it right.
What?
They got. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, he was making a joke.
Oh, okay.
Walked on me and no, it's a true story.
True story.
Right when the gay love scene's happening in the movie.
Oh,
my mom's like, "What the hell are you watching?"
Fair point. Fair point.
It's a horror movie, I swear.
They got Doug Bradley to come back and do the voice of Pinhead for Dead by Daylight.
Oh, really?
That's probably yeah.
That's
him.
good.
It
Yeah,
was
that's good.
him. What's his name? Bruce Campbell for Ash,
Oh yeah, there you go.
and then Nicolas Cage for Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, well, yeah. Nicolas Cage gets his own character as he should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
You know,
abilities are hilarious, man. He's got an ability called Plot Twist.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It just does something random.
It does something random, as it should. You know, Alan, I actually, speaking of walking in on, I walked in on my parents having sex not once, but twice.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why'd you open the door back up?
Well, no, right? No. Actually, the second time was a little bit different. I think it was post-coital. But no, the first time I remember, I was a little kid. I was going to ask for something. My dad shot across that house, and I was trying to escape. He grabbed a hold of me, literally threw me out the door. And we were not on ground level, just so you know. Okay.
Like it's your fault?
I guess it was. I guess from his point of view. But all I could remember is his penis wagging in my face as he's throwing me through the air.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you for that visual.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. The other time, my mother was just naked in front of the mirror, and she was so mortified. I didn't really seem to give a care. But you know, lock your door. How about that? I mean, I was a kid, right?
Back into the part. Okay.
So he's like, Dad, lock the door, man, unless you want to pay for therapy.
Right. Well, no, you know, I went through far worse than that as a child. That's nothing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Norm Macdonald's puppet show over the phone.
What?
He did a bit where you're doing a puppet show over a phone.
What?
It's no, dude. It's just remember, it's Norm Macdonald.
No,
so.
I already laughing at it. Yeah, it sounds hilarious.
But what's this pink thing?
You go on Dennis Miller.
It's
all from Dennis Miller. And like, oh yeah,
Pyramid Head.
my puppet out, and it'll be a
no.
It's even ventriloquism with the phone.
Well, his best interviews are with Dennis Miller and Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
I mean, on the Dennis Miller show, he was completely unfettered. He could say and do whatever he want, and he did. Poor Dennis. I mean, I actually felt bad for Dennis a little bit having to deal with that, especially when he got on his run about how Joe Camel looks like a cock. It's literally a cock. You know, he's just going on. Poor Dennis, man. He couldn't keep it together at all. Oh, geez. Norm Macdonald. Horror icons. Yeah, no, it's fantastic. Yeah, no, but getting slightly back on track, let's talk about some other. We talk about Silent Hill. Silent Hill's great. We've talked about it extensively, Freddy and Jason series here, so I don't know if we need to do that again. We talked about Vincent Price. What would be another horror icon to talk about?
Well, we can. The character that I did. Have we talked about Halloween all that much? Because there's a lot of factoids when it comes to Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
There are.
No,
we can do Halloween if you want. I do love what Eric is doing. Trick or Treat, one of my favorite little anthologies,
I love that.
dude.
Sam,
love that.
Sam is. I love Sam. I wanted a freaking sequel to that movie so bad.
Yeah, but go ahead, do the Halloween
with a
thing.
candy cane.
Yeah, no, I see that. Yeah,
and a turkey leg.
And a turkey leg.
It's just so. It's so interesting because, like, when you watch the first, because so that's what I did on Halloween is I watched Halloween, but I watched a bunch of them. But you watch the first Halloween film and just how different, like after seeing so many sequels and what people have made of it, like with Rob Zombie's thing and then the later ones, you go back to the first one and how different it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And how you see that and how John Carpenter made this first film in the Halloween series and how when you think about it, it was supposed to be that one film, you know, and every single Halloween installment after that was supposed to be a completely different movie. That's why Season of the Witch is what it is for Halloween 3. And I just thought how cool it would be if they actually stuck to that formula, because now we'd be on like Halloween 28, but it would basically what they could do is be like, hey, you're a upcoming horror director. Do you want to make the next Halloween movie? And then you'd get a whole bunch of Jamie Lee Curtis's, who was the first time, and you get a whole bunch of new directors. And then I just realized that's actually kind of what Blumhouse is doing, right? James Wan is this famous actor now, or the famous director, and because he made Insidious and all these things, and he makes these cheap movies. And so instead of Halloween being that series, it's kind of just what Blumhouse is as a production studio. So I just thought that was cool, and it would have been neat had they just kept Halloween its individual stories, and Mike Myers didn't become this actual horror icon.
Or they spun it off.
Well, right, because then after that, I looked into the timeline because I was like, okay, well, I want to watch the sequels. Like, how do you watch the sequels? And then I find out that there's like a bunch of different branching in the timelines for, because so like number one is the starting point for all of them. Then number two is the starting point for the Thorn saga and then the H2O saga. And the Thorn saga, Jamie Lee Curtis has a daughter, and the H2O saga, she has a son. And then the new ones that started in 2018 is the one where they're not siblings, and she basically, she has a daughter in that one, but they're not related in any way. And then of course there's the two Rob Zombie films and their Season of the Witch. And so I just thought that was so fascinating. I was blown away by it.
Yeah. Rob Zombie is the quintessential Halloween.
I did enjoy the first one. The second one was just a Rob Zombie film, and it was not good. But his first remake was pretty good.
Yeah, the thing about Halloween and Michael Myers that I like that they lost is that Michael Myers actually doesn't matter. Like his backstory and everything doesn't matter because
like, he's
John
called the
Carter
Shape.
Said, he's just a placeholder for evil. You know, so he wasn't meant to be like the Michael Myers story or anything like that. It was just this guy. You know, it was meant to be the outside threat. So, and then of course they tried to turn it into this whole thing and everything, and then it was like whatever.
Well, the thing that I love, because I actually noticed that Sheldon actually mentioned the first one seemed boring after all the other ones, which is true, but I still think the first one is the best one, because here's a bunch of things that we lost, right? Michael Myers drives a car.
Yep.
And we never get to see that again.
Several movies he did, yeah.
Yeah, and then Michael Myers, you also get to see him unmasked at the end of the movie, which was interesting, like for a split second. And then I loved the ending to Halloween, right? Because he gets shot out the window. He's lying on the ground. He looks out the window. He's not on the ground. And then the last panels of the movie are just still frames of random locations, because it's like, oh, he could be anywhere. And then it just ends. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And the idea behind that is that, like, it doesn't make any difference. Like I said, he's a placeholder for evil, and evil can be anywhere, and it can show up anywhere.
Yeah. So
well, keep in mind that when Carpenter started making that, the whole premise was to make a haunted house story.
Yep.
That's what the intention was. But one of the things you lose from going from Carpenter to other people is Carpenter is a genius movie maker. Right?
Yes, he is.
And people seem to forget this. From the beginning of that movie until the end of the movie, everything is getting closer and tighter and tighter and tighter, intentionally. It's also pushing on the sexual trauma of young Michael Myers, where the reason why you see sheets everywhere, right? The sexuality of it.
He catches his sister in the act.
He does. But I'm just saying the whole thing is really sculpted beautifully in the background, right? The background is beautifully sculpted. Another thing people seem to forget is that in the original Halloween, you see Michael a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He's just in the background. And if you're not paying attention, you won't notice it. He's in so many scenes.
Yeah.
He's just
it's so cool, right?
Yeah,
so
it's so clever. Yeah.
One of the things that I loved in one of those scenes was so the Dr. Loomis and the cop, the chief, are talking to one another.
Yeah,
and you just see
the car,
like way in the background, the car and him driving. But the thing that was even funnier about that scene is Michael Myers looks left and then he looks right before he takes the turn and then he
does.
goes. Like I just thought that was so funny. Like they
Still a
actually
safe
look
driver.
both ways. Yeah, he's still a
Yeah.
very safe driver.
Well, he is
The
safe
thing about
driver.
Halloween, yeah, I'm sorry. The thing about Halloween too is that it's the movie that started the slasher craze.
It is, yeah.
Mm.
Well, there
Yeah.
was one before it, but you're correct.
Well, Psycho came before it,
Yeah.
but it was like the mass killer slasher craze that happened. That started
They
with
made it
Halloween.
mainstream.
Yeah,
I do believe there was a European one first, a
Yeah,
Giallo,
but
a Giallo film. But
Yeah.
but I know what you mean. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. But the thing is, though, because there's a line in there where Loomis says how did he drive a car? He's a kid. How would he possibly be able to drive a car? I don't know, but he was doing just fine last night.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in the book, it actually it goes into more detail with that. And Michael actually, for his entire life, Loomis is taking him from one place to another, driving him. And Michael is actually watching very intently, as Michael does with everything, of how he's driving and what he's doing. So Loomis actually is the one that taught him how to drive a car,
Mm.
ironically.
Yeah.
Right?
I just loved in the because there's not a lot of killing, right? It's just he's lurking everywhere, and I just loved every single shot of Michael lurking. Like they're so
It's great.
brilliantly shot.
And sometimes it's not even Michael; it's just the car.
Mm,
Yeah.
He's parked on the street. It's following behind. Yeah, he's everywhere. He's in the entire movie. You just don't notice it.
but
Yeah, and-
yeah. Cause sorry,
And that breathing behind the mask too. It's
Yeah.
it's
I still love the fact that it's a William Shatner mask that they painted white.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's
William Shatner mask is
perfect.
just brilliant.
All
And I love how
Ray,
Mariah Carey has become Michael Myers.
yeah, Ray. Halloween 3 is actually a good movie. If they had not named it Halloween 3.
Well,
You know, if they had not marketed it like it was a sequel, like it was a direct sequel.
yeah.
But here's the thing. I would legit watch a series of the world after that night on Halloween 3.
Yeah.
How cool would that be
That
to
would be
like watch
interesting.
like what happened to the world after that, and like the main character, I can't remember his name now, like what he does
Mm.
after he failed to stop this thing from happening, and
Oh.
and all these millions of children died.
You know what? You know what? Also, was a little factoid of that movie that I really loved was the whole movie, or at least bits and pieces of the movie. The kids are watching The Thing from Another Planet
Yeah.
on the TV, and it's 1978, and then 1981, John Carpenter gets to make The Thing.
I
and was
know,
just
right?
Like, this is the coolest thing
That is
ever.
awesome. Yeah. Foreshadowing. I wonder if he
Little
knew.
tidbit.
I wonder if it was already
well-
in process.
Well, because he loved that movie so much, which he's correct to. That movie is awesome. Like,
Yep.
but so he loved that movie so much, it must have been a dream project for him to be like, "Hey, do you want to make The Thing?" You know?
Yeah. One of
Yep.
the greatest
Me and,
greatest horror of all time.
Yeah, it really
on
is.
the wrestling stream that I do, me and my buddy were talking about our 5 favorite horror films all time. I'm like, that is the best sci-fi horror film ever.
Oh yeah, it's really really good. Alien is good too. But
Yeah,
no,
Alien
I'd
too.
take The Thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
definitely
best.
The thing is definitely the best cosmic horror film. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because like I find sci-fi horror and cosmic horror are two completely different things.
Oh yeah, sure. Did you
So-
see the Color Out of Space with Nick Cage?
Yeah, that movie's
That was
good,
actually
too.
pretty
That's-
good.
Yeah,
That's a
Nick-
fun movie.
Oh, Nick,
Dude,
everything
I'm-
that Nick touches, sir.
I just wish they would let Guillermo del Toro do his he wants to do
Anything.
a trilogy of Lovecraft movies.
Oh god.
He wants to
Gosh,
he want
yes.
he wants to do At the Mountains of Madness. He wants to do Shadow over Innsmouth, and I think he wants to do was it Dreams in the Witch House?
Oh wow, yeah.
And I'm like,
Well,
dude,
they
if you
did
let
a
that,
short on that in his Cabinet of Curiosity though.
yeah, but I'm like, why would you not let him do Shadow over Innsmouth? Man, that story is literally made for Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean honestly, why not let Guillermo del Toro do whatever the hell he wants to do?
Yeah.
How about
Telling you,
that?
man.
If he ever offers himself to me, I'm taking the offer. I'm like, yes,
Uh-oh.
do it now.
Is that your one? Is that your
For
one?
myself,
Oh my gosh.
maybe. My
Oh, God.
movie, not-
Rosa.
maybe.
Oh my god.
Everybody, I don't understand that concept. Here, let's ask the wife. Wife, what is your one exception? Meaning, if some famous person came and said, "I want you to go away with me," that you would say yes no matter what? Keanu Reeves. I already knew the answer to that. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, though, I don't have an answer to that question.
Wisely.
Hayek.
Wise.
No, not wisely. I legitimately don't have an answer to that question. I can't think of any other female I want to bother with. God.
Oh.
Selma Hayek.
No.
I think that's for
No.
the best, though.
Yeah, no.
Jennifer Connelly?
It's
No?
too much work and effort.
You're just tired of it
Sounds
all.
tiring. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Man. See, we're talking about, the thing that sucks, man, is we're talking about all these horror movies and stuff that have come out in the past, and there's so few today that are even worth a crap.
Mm.
I'm trying to I just I haven't seen it yet, but everyone tells me that this Talk to Me is supposed to be really good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I keep hearing that too.
I saw
I
that
haven't had a
movie
chance to.
Smile. It was okay.
So Smile
yeah, it was okay.
It was
Yeah,
okay.
Smile was not a great movie, but the creature reveal at the end was.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was okay. Yeah. Let's
But,
see here. Best horror. Let's see here. 20.
Last 10 years or
20
something like that.
Okay, sure.
Well, see, because I think we've talked about this before, but the problem that we have right now is we are in the era of normie horror because of
Yeah.
James Blum, who can just put out like a spooky haunted house ooga booga booga film.
I blame Scream
And-
for that.
And but I love Scream. Because there's all these indie films being released that are great horror films, which is why you hear things like, "Oh, The Terrifier 2 was so scary, people were passing out and throwing up in the movie theater." It's like, no, that's just a horror film. People are just used to the normie horror, and then they're like, "Oh, it'd be fun to go see a horror movie. I like horror." It's like, no, you don't like horror because you don't know what it is.
Mhm.
So
No, I
Yeah,
agree with
horror.
that. Let's take a
Annie.
look here, though. Let me come over here and bring this up. Okay. And I'll share my screen for you peoples. All right.
what do you mean, you people?
You peoples. Use.
You
Let's see here. Here we
guys.
go. All right. So 30 best horror films of the last 10 years. All right.
two
Let's
Utes.
see. We get the Utes. Yeah. We get The Conjuring at 30. It was
Yeah.
all right. I don't
I'm not
mind
It is
a
the
fan.
best-
Quite
it
iconic,
is
yeah.
the better one of the Conjuring universe, which is
Yeah,
sad
that's
that there is
true.
a Conjuring universe.
I will-
Oh,
Insidious.
like one.
Yeah, no, we'll
I thought
see if it's on the
Insidious
list.
was
Yeah,
better
Johan.
than
Yeah,
Conjuring, I think.
I liked Insidious better too. That's true.
See,
Yeah, Insidious is way better.
See, I didn't like Insidious because they held on the monsters for too long and then they weren't scary anymore. And they just look like people. I was like, oh, okay. There's it's a
Oculus
person.
wasn't bad.
Yeah, Oculus was okay. Once again, okay. Yeah, Oculus.
Mm.
The Loved Ones. I haven't seen this.
Never saw that.
No. Okay. Let the Right One In. Fantastic film, 2008. Yeah, fantastic. A Swedish film, I think.
Yeah, the Swedish one was
Swedish.
better than
Yep.
the American.
Yeah, the American one. Don't bother with
Why
it.
why the hell Americans make everything?
Yeah, who the
Because
But they make it
money,
worse.
Rabbit, money.
Yeah, because we
They
have
make it
money.
so bad.
No, you're right.
they-
They
Uh,
usually make it worse. Although I would say that The Curse or Ju-on, the American version, is better than the Japanese one.
I prefer the Japanese one, but
Pulse-
I suppose each to their own.
Pulse is better too. They,
No, I like.
Hey.
I think I like the Japanese version of Pulse better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
What
and-
about
Yeah,
It's
and
not
keep
a
in mind
horror movie,
that
but,
movie Pulse
through-
was made
through-
by Kurosawa's
Okay.
son, by the way.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Johan. Go ahead, dude.
No, I mean, True Lies is. I think it's a remake from a Europe French movie too.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of it. Hollywood remakes a lot of
Yeah.
stuff from around the world, dude.
Yeah,
A lot.
some
Yeah.
are
Was it like-
better, some are
Yeah.
worse.
Rabbit is
I think-
100% correct. Yeah.
wasn't
some are
wasn't
better.
wasn't the original version of Wreck a Spanish movie?
It is a Spanish movie. Yeah, Wreck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Revenge, never heard of it. Some kind of
Nope.
rape revenge movie, whatever. Under the Skin with Scarlett Johansson.
That movie was boring.
Yeah, and not
Yeah,
so
I'd
much.
agree.
Better Watch Out, never heard of it. Looks like something I would never watch. CW.
Yeah, I don't know who put this list together.
Christmas horror.
Disney's.
It.
It-
I
Yeah.
still prefer the original.
Yeah. Well, it's Tim Curry, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Beep beep, Richie. Beep beep.
Yeah, that was fun. That was really fun.
Let's see here. It Comes at Night.
That was
Oh,
kind of cool.
that
I would-
that is a good movie.
It's
Nah,
psychological
takes it
though.
away.
This is there's
I
no
thought that was stupid.
spoiler.
Really? I
There
loved
is
it.
nothing.
Yeah, that's it. What comes at night? Oh, it's nothing. It's the terror that they
Paranoia.
create for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hush.
Hush,
Never
eh,
seen it.
It was, o-
It's
it
a
was
death
okay.
lady, right?
Let's back up to It Comes at Night. I was in the theater when we were watching that,
Uh-huh.
and when the ending showed up, boy, were people pissed
I
because
bet.
they wanted more.
Sure.
Yeah, they want some monster to come bursting through the house or some creepy monster be outside, but that's like what made it so awesome was it was such a mystery, and then you're like, oh, it's just paranoia.
That kind of reminded me of. You ever see that movie Session 9?
Oh
I've
yeah,
heard of
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're expecting some kind of supernatural thing to happen, and it's basically just a guy going crazy.
Yeah, no, yeah. Those twists sometimes could be done well, but I'm not a big fan. Hush, never seen it, but I know it's like this death lady
It's
and some
alright.
stalker thingy. Cabin in the Woods, one of the best movies ever made.
Yes.
Yep.
The ending of it was what makes that movie, man.
So spectacular. this movie.
Even if Joss Whedon made it, it is still a very good movie.
Yeah,
It doesn't
this is-
matter.
I'm-
But Josh has made good
it's-
stuff.
Am
It's
I
got
on
one of the best-
speakerphone?
I don't know.
What was that?
Am I on speakerphone?
I don't
Yes.
know. I don't know.
Oh,
No, it's part of the movie.
It's part of the movie, yeah.
Oh, that.
It's,
oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
a guy
yeah,
at the
yeah.
gas station. He's like, "Do you still have me on speaker?" Yeah, but dude,
Oh
it's got,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it's got one of the best. It has absolutely one of the best lines in a horror movie ever. It's like, I'm putting my foot down. Don't read the Latin.
right.
Yeah.
No, this is Josh Whedon's best film he's ever made. This is a stunningly cool. It's so cool, dude. It's cool.
I would agree with that.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
not scary. It's cool.
It's cool.
It is a
yeah.
good it is a good deconstruction.
It is. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Hounds of Love. Never heard of it.
Never heard
It
of
was
either.
awful.
Okay.
That's probably why.
Good Night,
Oh,
Mommy.
yeah.
Oh, this is a
Oh, my
remake of a
God.
remake of a copy of a remake.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was stupid.
I
Train
still
to
wanna watch it,
Busan.
though.
That was a good movie.
Right,
Train
yeah,
to Busan
this
was
one
good.
right here.
Oh,
This is a
Train
good
to
movie. Yeah.
Busan.
Good.
Yeah. That's excellent.
No,
Yeah.
I love
One of the better Korean ones. The Witch.
Mhm.
Once
is a good
again.
movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah. What's this
Very
fellow's
very
name again?
unsettling.
What's this guy's name again?
Yeah, what's his name again? I forget.
The director. He does just
Yeah.
good stuff.
Robert Egger.
Robert
did like-
Edgar,
Yeah.
Eggers. Yeah.
Yeah.
It, dude just kills it,
Did The
dude. I mean,
Northman.
yeah, The Northman. Oh, I love that movie. I love this movie too.
Like-
It's really good. And they both have
Oh,
this
yeah.
weird alien walleye girl in it.
Yeah, man, that movie is unsettling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just the pacing and the presence of dread. It's so well
Dude,
done, dude.
the scene with like what happens to her little brother when he's out in the woods.
Oh,
with his ass, it's like,
the apple scene is
it's
just
like
insane.
holy shit, dude.
The apple scene is just insane. How did they get that little kid to act like that? That's my
I don't
question.
know, but damn, he did a good job. That
So-
kid's gonna be traumatized later in life.
So here we have an excellent film 11 years ago, Cabin in the Woods.
Yep.
Here we have this was what 7 years ago. Really good movie. This Korean movie, The
Yep.
Witch, is fantastic. I don't know, it's more classic horror than it is modern horror.
Yeah,
Right. But it works really well.
it feels almost like a Hammer horror film.
It does. If you want pure genius, then go watch Nick Cage and Mandy, though.
I've always wanted to watch Mandy. It looks
Mandy
Oh,
is-
it's
It's a freaking it's an hour. It's like an hour and 45-minute long acid trip.
It is, dude. And
Mm-hmm.
it's basically someone went to Nick Cage and said, Nick, we want you to be pure rage and revenge. And he's like, gotcha.
Yep.
I think I could do
I
that.
think I can do that. Yeah.
Oh.
It's so good. It's such a good Nick Cage movie. It Follows is not a horror movie. It's about sexual transmitted diseases.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good film.
But yeah, it is
it's
good.
interesting,
The
though.
herpes.
Yeah.
And
The
it's
whole
shot in
movie-
Michigan.
Is it?
That's
Yes,
why
it
there's so
is.
many sexually transmitted diseases.
There you go. That explains a lot.
Yeah.
But it is a good movie, though.
It's a great film.
Yeah.
I love that there's no time period. Like they mix like these 80s elements with these 60s elements. They're just like, yeah, it's nowhere. It's just in a world.
Well, another thing, these days they always want to put ugly people in the movies, particularly women. You can't look at pretty girls anymore. This movie has very, very normal, plain Jane people in it, but it serves a purpose because they're just normal people,
Yeah,
and,
and
it works.
I can tell you for a fact that it's a normal. That would have been like a normal suburban Michigan setting.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
so it is very authentic.
The Shallows,
Dumb.
shark-eating people.
It's
Go away.
stupid.
Boring.
Like,
and
Another, it's
dumb.
another. It's a killer shark.
And this was another boring and dumb movie.
Oh my
This
god,
is,
dude!
an
I
Iranian
turned this movie.
It's
I
so
turned this
boring.
movie off about 30 minutes in. I was like,
Me
okay,
too.
this just
It
makes
was-
me want to freaking go to sleep.
Yeah, it's super boring. I mean, you can do slow pacing. I mean, Blade Runner does exist, but this movie is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, it is an
Yeah.
Iranian movie. We don't get tons of those that make it to the West, though, so there's some value there.
It's the thing though, is like you got to have something to keep interest, man. And this
True.
thing was just like a snore fest.
It was, dude. It was. Don't Breathe. Very interesting flick. This is not a horror at all.
No,
But it's interesting though. You never seen the,
Yeah,
the
Graveyard
Don't
Shift.
Breathe, Amy?
I
No, I just wonder if it
It's
has to
a-
do with the.
Yeah,
I
the
think
the
graveyard.
trailer.
well
the-
see.
The one about the blind guy.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
premise is you get a blind vet, and a bunch of kids are breaking in to steal his because they hear he's got money and they want to steal his money.
Yeah.
And during the movie, they try to make the kids sympathetic, but as he's killing these home invaders, and I'm like, yeah, no,
You're li-
kill them
you're-
all
Yeah.
until the very end, you're actually rooting
until
for
the end, and then you twist it hardcore on you, and like,
Yeah.
all right,
Like
I'm not
I'll
gonna
put it
spoiler
this
it.
way.
but damn,
Well, the interesting thing is too is like the first film is kind of the horror film, and then the second film is just totally an action film.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
the second one. Yet.
Stephen Lang is the best part of the whole damn movie.
I actually haven't seen the whole thing of this one. I've only seen the beginning of this movie. I haven't seen the ending yet.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
It's a pretty good movie, but
I
it doesn't
would like
belong
to
here as a
finish it.
horror film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to finish it. Absolutely.
Cloverfield Lane. Now, I'm a big John
Ugh.
Goodman fan, but I haven't seen this one.
That
It
was-
It's
sucked.
actually it's not bad.
I
it
didn't
would
like
not-
it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it great, but I liked it. I thought it was a good movie.
It's
It is. It is
John Hood.
okay.
Yeah, John Goodman playing an unhinged dude is interesting.
Yeah.
All the other characters suck.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, I do like John though, and this is tying into the whole Cloverfield stuff. There's like 3 movies on that.
Yeah.
Heredity. I haven't seen it. It looks interesting though.
It
did
is
not-
good.
It's
It is
awesome.
I didn't care for it.
Really? I
Nah.
thought that was like a total return to formula, actual horror, super good. Like I loved it.
I feel like it was an attempt to do that, but like I'm watching, I'm just like I'm picking this movie apart as I'm going. I'm like, okay.
Have you seen any of his other movies though? Did you watch Midsummer?
Midsummer.
I didn't care for
Midsummer.
I didn't
Midsummer
care for-
was incredibly stupid.
Yeah, I didn't
What?
care for
I like
Midsummer either.
Midsummer. It's
I
I was
like
at the
the-
point.
I like it too.
I was at the
It's the-
point where I was hoping they would sacrifice the woman as well.
Well, it's you
the same
understand that you understand it's a breakup film, right?
It's
just
a
an
it's a feminist
it's an allegory for
empowerment
Yeah.
movie. And Rabbit, it's woke.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, and this little girl here, like she's got a genuinely creepy look, but I can't stand this character, this actress.
She
I
doesn't
just love
make it
his-
anyway.
I just love his visceral styling. Like
It's got some brutality in it.
like his
you know.
his movies are so visceral that I just love every second
I
of
just
it.
it feels like he's trying to be
Toni
highbrow
Collette's in
and
it.
all
This
that.
was
and
always
then-
This was a
and
bad
everything.
movie.
This was a
This
shit
was a-
movie.
Yeah,
This
this
was a
awful.
bad
But it's
movie.
number 8 though. It's the 8th best in the past 10 years.
It's
so.
Like,
it's
and see,
dog
that-
shit.
And that was just it. Is I watched it because everybody's like, "Raw is so creepy and so bad." I was like, "This is just the worst movie I've ever seen."
Yeah, it heard bad. I didn't watch it because I heard bad things. This movie, on the other hand, is a beautifully, wonderfully parody throwback.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard.
The
of it.
Love Witch.
Never
Go
heard
check
of
it
it.
out. You think you're watching a 60s, a late 60s, early 70s movie. They do a wonderful job of it. But it's a parody. I wouldn't call this a horror movie at all.
Yeah.
This is a horror movie as equated to the Vincent Price Dr. Phibes. It's that same
Nice.
type of thing. Yeah.
I have to say, I haven't seen that actually.
Yeah, no, I'd suggest it's not a horror movie, but I'd suggest it just simply for the outstanding attempt to do a period piece. They really did.
Looks
Good
like they
job.
got titties in it, so okay.
Well, it does have that, yeah. But I mean, it's not the. You would think there'd be more with the Love Witch, but no, it's just a wonderful period piece. A Quiet Place. I haven't seen this one.
You
Good
have
film.
to you have to see this in the movie theater. I saw it
Yeah.
in the movie theater. It is it is a completely different experience in the movie theater than it
I'll-
will ever be
Oh.
anywhere else.
Also, very very conservative messaging in nature, and
Yes.
and I think
Mhm.
I have a sneaking suspicion that John Krasinski and Emily Blunt are like secretly a conservative couple making movies in Hollywood. Because like they're actually husband and wife, and they made this movie
Yeah.
together, like to be like, this is our family,
He-
and this
he-
is how I would protect my family.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Um,
I really liked the first one. The second one was
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was okay. Because here's the
I
I don't need to know the backstory about what happens.
Yeah, I agree because the ending to the first one is so perfect.
Yep.
That I didn't need anything expanded upon. I just needed to know the fate of John and his family, and how he made the right choice.
Yeah.
Right?
And
Like-
it's and
like-
the second movie they tried to make the daughter the main character, and I'm like, I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, so I would recommend it watching the first one just to like observe what John Krasinski did with his movie about his
Yep.
family. Like it's so good.
Cool. All right. Drag Me to Hell. Actually,
I
I
that
like
movie.
this movie.
This was a fun movie. I wouldn't say it was one of the best of the last 10 years.
No,
but it was
I
a
wouldn't
fun
even
movie.
call it a horror. To be fair,
No, it's
more just a comedy, isn't
very
it?
tongue in cheek.
It's just Sam Raimi having fun, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
his
love Sam
fingerprints
Raimi,
are
man.
all over it, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of like this movie actually. The Babadook, actually not a bad movie. It's
Not bad.
It's not a horror movie though. It's more of a childhood trauma movie, but
Yeah, which I would consider a horror movie.
yeah.
Like, have you seen Skinamarink yet?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
So Skinamarink is an experience because it's an indie horror film made by a YouTuber who makes horror shorts on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel called like 1 Minute Horror, 3 Minute Horror Stories, or something like that, where people send him their nightmares and then he films them. So he made this movie that went to a bunch of indie festivals and whatever, and it's basically a bunch of still frame shots in dark hallways, and he got to film it in his childhood home.
Oh wow.
And it's about the whole movie's an allegory for childhood trauma, and how when you're a child, then you have the irrational fear of the dark, and your parents go missing. What do you do? And so all the you never see any of the characters' faces. You barely get to see any of them walking around, but there's lots of dark hallways, lots of creepy atmospheric stuff, and it's an experience. It's very unique, and I highly recommend it.
So no
e-
creatures, no
What's
no
that?
creatures, no
So-
no
so-
ghosts
so
or anything.
There is a story that there's a demon in the house, but you kind of have to wonder what it actually is and what actually is going on, because like it's basically the doors and windows of this house just disappear, and now the children are the only ones trapped in it because the parents have disappeared. So it's these two children surviving on their own as a brother and sister in this house where a demon is tempting them to do things in the dark, and it's shot from like low angles because like that's basically the child's world. So he's basically like, I've never seen a movie like do nightmare fuel as well as this did.
Yeah.
But some people will love it, some people will hate it. I thought it was good. The ending was interesting. So
Yeah, it's one of those movies where like it made a huge amount of money considering how much it was shot on a budget of like $10,000 or something like that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it made like
so
2 or 3 million.
yeah, and this guy, and he's a YouTuber, right? And so he's living the dream. He's living his dream of being a horror filmmaker, and he made something unique that nobody has ever made before. So,
Oh, there you go.
highly recommend Skinamarink.
But the Babadook, it's not a bad movie.
No.
The
And
Wailing.
I'll tell you what,
The best
that
part are
kid,
the memes.
I'll tell you what, that kid will get on your nerves after a while, though, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
The Wailing was a good movie.
I
That
haven't
was
seen this.
it was creepy, dude. It was so creepy,
Yeah.
but it was good. Very good Korean film.
It's kind of like it's like another like Haunted Village movie, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's free on Tubi too. So if you want to go watch it,
Yeah.
it's on Tubi. You can just go watch it. It's great.
Under the Shadows, never heard of it. Another
That's
Iranian
another
movie,
Iranian,
and
yeah.
then This Is Stupid.
Hit
Get
number
Out
one, Get
is
Out.
the number one.
It was-
Fuck off.
Actually,
What?
the one prior to this, that actually wasn't a bad movie. I've seen it.
Which one?
Okay.
Under the
Iranians-
Shadow.
The Iranians can make some good movies. I've seen a couple, but this movie,
The
I mean, it's
Wailing.
not a
Yeah,
bad
it-
movie, but
Netflix.
number one, fuck off, dude.
Yeah, no.
Dude,
You see
the
the Whaling's
ori-
on Netflix?
Yeah. If they had done the original ending of this movie, it would have been better.
I don't know.
The original ending of the movie is that right as he shoots the one girl at the end, his girlfriend, a cop pulls up and he goes to prison for the rest of his life.
Oh, that'd have been better.
Dude.
Yeah,
it's like
that would have been better.
uh,
Yeah. But no, this movie doesn't belong here. Something I noticed that's not on this list is Ouija Board 2.
oh, Ouija 2?
Yeah, the first
I heard-
one was
I- you know-
absolutely abysmally bad.
Yeah,
but the
I
second
watched the
was
first one
great.
and then I didn't watch any of the others. I was like, I don't give a shit anymore.
Fair, but the first one was a better movie.
That's what everyone tells me. God, what is
For
it?
further
Oh my!
consideration, if
What was
you
that?
want something if you want something that'll just mess with your mind, and I know it doesn't sound like horror flick, it was a horror flick to me, and I couldn't take the whole thing just because the ending was so creepy, and I'm thinking of ending things, and it.
Oh, I
is-
heard that. Yeah.
dude. Yeah, the same. But do not watch this if you're depressed or if you're wondering about your life in the future, and that's why it's horror to me. As you go through it, there's not spoilers, but it's you get to the ending and the sheer loneliness that the real horror is dying cold and alone,
Yeah.
and that your whole life has passed and you've never found that one person that would connect with you, or maybe you did and you just didn't know. And so there's this absolute depression about it. It stayed with me for days after I just watched this thing, because I was actually researching Oklahoma. Believe it or not, I was looking for a particular version of the song that Judd sings when he's talking about, I think it's The Woman in My Dreams or something like that. It's the song that he sings. It's not in the movie. It's in the actual stage play.
I'll tell you a
And
movie that should have. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. But yeah, just that kind of horror that's just dark and things are decaying slowly in front of you and you realize it's your life. It's wow, this is really terrifying. And so I would actually call that, it's probably the closest thing I've seen to real horror in a long time.
What's the
Actually
title?
sounds like
Rosa?
my career.
No, it is not.
No, no.
Quit it.
What's the
Jeez.
title? Sorry.
It's called I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
Yeah, I'm thinking of ending things. I'll tell you a movie that should have been on this list was The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
you're right. When was that made? That movie is.
That was like
freaking fantastic.
2016.
Oh.
That's a really good.
That was
movie.
that was a great movie.
That movie was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And why the hell that's not on here doesn't make any damn sense.
No. Well,
Hey,
you
yo.
saw what number one was. It tells you the agenda immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a great movie. And it's one of those movies that's got a naked chick the entire movie, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Brian Cox, man.
Have any of you guys followed Flanagan stuff?
Mike Flanagan.
Yes.
Like
Huh?
as in.
Oh well, I watched his new series, The Fall of
Talking
the
the
House.
Haunting of Hill. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, The Fall of the House of
he
Usher.
did Haunting of- Yeah, Fall of the House of Usher was really disappointing.
Oh, was it? No,
Aw.
it's a shame.
Well, I liked Midnight Mass. I thought that was
that was great.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did not. I did not like. He did this one other one called Midnight Club, which is a bunch of just teenage dumb shit. And then he did. He did that remake of that Netflix series, The Haunting of Hill House,
Yeah, it was
which
okay.
was a now he did. Now, a lot of people do give him shit, but he did do two movies that I really like. He did Gerald's Game,
It's an
Oh, that was
interesting
good.
movie. Yeah.
That was an interesting movie, yeah. And he did Doctor Sleep, which is the sequel to
Oh,
The Shining.
fantastic movie.
Here's the thing though, that's not really a horror movie.
No, but it's amazing movie though.
And yeah, and it shouldn't really be seen or taken as a sequel to The Shining, even though it technically is.
But I mean,
it's a completely different story. It's a completely different thing.
I get your point, not want to put it in the horror category. However, the scene where the vampires are feeding on the kid, that's pretty rough, dude.
And you're talking about in Doctor Sleep?
In
Yeah.
Dr. Sleep,
Yeah, it's got some intense stuff in it. But I felt like it was more like a character drama thriller kind of thing.
Yeah. It was a great movie though. Go watch it.
Yeah.
It's
Worth it. You just don't if you do, just keep in mind it's a sequel, but it's not really a sequel.
Yeah, but I don't mind it as a sequel to The Shining though.
You know, one movie
It's
that
okay.
they didn't that they excluded was We Are Still Here. That actually was a pretty good movie. I liked.
I haven't seen that one.
I'm trying to remember that one. I know the title.
Bone Tomahawk is another
Oh
one.
my God.
Oh yeah, Bone Tomahawk's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's
geez.
not horror?
Yeah, that's definitely horror. Yeah, that's body
Oh,
horror.
dude, that freaking level of gore in that movie alone makes it a freaking horror film.
Oh, that's Kurt Russell's, man. Just Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
I thought it was a western.
It is. It's a Western horror. Yeah.
Okay.
Girl with All the Gifts.
I was Girl with All the Gifts was I thought of it more like a sci-fi thriller
Yeah,
kind
and
of
they
thing.
copped out in the end. I hated the ending of that movie. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a really interesting idea though.
Yeah, it's fine. But I hate that nonsense. Your time is done. This guy tried to save your life and you're just, let him die, you bitch. All right, anyway.
Yeah.
Kazoo time, please. All right. So let's go ahead here and take a look. Today was a good day. We stayed on topic. We talk about many horror icons. Of course, the best of which is Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
But there, of course, we could speak for hours and weeks about all the amazing horror icons throughout the ages. But we do have some today. Let's go see what they did. Let's check it out. So first and foremost, we'll start with Andrew. And I recognize who it is, therefore success.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. I was very inspired. I don't know if you guys know Tim and Eric's comedy stuff.
No.
It was
little bit.
really good. It was really great in the early to
do.
mid 2000s before Eric Wareheim joined the Hollywood troupe and just ruined his entire comedy career by saying nothing I did was funny. I heard a lot of people. Anyway, so this is I got a real kick by watching the first Halloween film of watching Michael hiding in plain sight. So I basically just mimicked the spaghetti thing, which is this meme right here, where he's hiding in the bushes and can be clearly seen, but he's gonna jump out and scare somebody. So I did a Michael Myers spaghetti.
Yeah.
Spaghetti picture.
Carpenter does a great job of hiding him in plain sight, though.
Oh my
He
gosh,
really
it's
does.
so good. I loved it. I loved everything about it.
It's such a good movie.
There it is.
Jeff, commentary?
It's very nice.
Thank you,
Oh,
Jeff.
thank you. It's Michael Myers.
It is Michael Myers.
And it's not a furry.
And it's not a furry. That is fair. But Michael Myers, clearly a horror icon and easily recognizable. So, okay, if you like what he's done, vote for him to straw poll. Let's move on to see if we can recognize what Amy has done. Let's see. Strawberry Shortcake.
Yay! I'm hoping Jeff can narrate it.
Jeff, can you tell me what this is? Because I don't know. Is
Hang
this
on.
a transgendered version of He-Man's little wizard guy? Orko? Orko? Is that what that is?
This
That's is that a nobody with a boo?
That's pretty close. Okay, this is Vivian from Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, and correct,
Oh,
Apu.
yeah.
So
Wow.
they're two of the main ghost characters from the Mario.
That's a deep cut.
series.
I wouldn't have got that. I thought that was Luigi's series. Yeah, that's a deep cut. All right, deep cut. All right, cool. At least one person recognized it, though, Amy. It is cute, though.
Oh, well, thank you. look kind of spooky. They just scare each other.
They did.
So Lydia is scared.
Yeah, I thought the whole ghost house thing was Luigi though, not Mario.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a good one. But you're right. Well, were there any boos in any of the Luigi games?
Oh, absolutely.
There had to have been a few.
Usually they show up about halfway through the game.
Ah, yeah. First levels are the little generic ghosts, and then they start. Oh yeah, King Boo.
Yeah.
There's
Getting
booze
some-
in
some-
Super Mario World.
Oh yeah,
Super
there's some,
Nintendo.
a lot of boos in that one. Boos have been
know-
around, I guess, since 3.
I saw Razor Fist doing commentary on the the nonsense that's going on, of course, as he does. But whilst he was playing Kirby,
Really?
That was
That's
perfect.
awesome. I have
perfect.
a lot more respect for him now.
I was I thought it was very interesting how that the Kirby game he was playing felt and looked so much Mario-esque.
Ooh, I wonder which one it was.
Well, it was it wasn't a side scroller. It was over the top, and he's moving through the world, but it just had so much Mario stuff in it. I felt, but it didn't matter. It was the joke was he's playing Kirby, but he's talking about some serious stuff, right?
Well,
So-
Forgotten Lands is kind of a little
It's-
bit eerie.
Eerie and kind of dark, especially for something so cute.
Now, though, this was super cute. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but he even was
It'd be
eating
weird
like
if it wasn't.
flower plants and breathing fire. So it was good.
There you go.
Fire flowers.
Nice.
But anyway, very nice. If you guys like what Amy's done, please vote for her in the straw poll. Let's see here. I move along here, and Eric, of course, is definitely a forgotten, a little bit more representation needed for this horror icon, I think. This is Sam.
Yes, Sam from Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Woo.
Happy
One of my favorite horror
Thanksgiving.
movies. One of
Oh,
my
I
favorite
love it.
Halloween movies of all time.
It is
Yeah,
a
which
great anthology. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really good.
sexiest werewolves of all time.
If
Oh, yeah.
if I remember correctly, this is the one where all the stories interconnected.
At the
Oh,
very
yeah,
end,
sure.
you see like
Yeah.
there's like the opening credits. You rewatch the opening credits again, but then you see that they all pass each other and connected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a great little anthology movie. It's brilliantly put together. This is one of the. I guess he's a demon just hiding amongst the trick or treaters. I guess is what he is.
Yeah, if you don't give him candy, then he'll kill you, or something
Yes,
like that.
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's kinda harsh.
The cast of that movie is amazing, man.
yeah it's
You
a
got- you got-
solid movie.
Yeah, I
Brian
really
Cox,
enjoyed it.
Sam
Brian
Hain.
Cox, Anna Paquin, Dylan Baker. Freaking, there's a lot of really good actors in it, man.
Well, Ray Thulu thinks it's boring. I don't agree. I thought it was a great movie.
Shut
I
up.
love it. I
No,
gotta
no,
watch
no.
it
We're
again.
sorry. No, we're talking about Glenn Danzig's movies because
Oh, are you?
I
Oh,
absolutely,
well.
I absolutely love Glenn Danzig's movies because they're the best in the worst way possible.
I
love it.
I like Glenn Danzig. I think he's crazy in a really good way.
Too much acid.
But his
I feel.
movies are dog shit. dude.
Yeah, you can just tell that when he releases his
God.
movies, he has the attitude of like, this is so cool. Like this movie is so awesome.
Isn't he the one that made Veronica?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
It's it's so
It's
me and
so
my
bad.
buddies. Me and my buddies do a annual Glenn Danzig watch of all of his films every Halloween because it's so fun.
Of course, it makes me think of a much better version called Faust.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's a great one of the best costumes ever, dude. But this is awesome. If you like what Eric has done here with Sam from Trick or Treat, why haven't we got more of those? Well, I don't get it.
Well, for one, it was Brian Singer.
Oh well, all right, fine.
Oh,
Vote from the straw poll, not Brian Singer. Don't vote for Brian Singer. Yeah, don't do
Or
it.
I mean, it was produced by Brian Singer, but
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a shame.
directed by somebody else. But yeah, he's connected to it, and anything that he's touched is turned to shit. So
Well, he's kind of a bit of a monster.
he's an awful
touches.
human being. Yeah.
Yeah, I am happy
Goes
to
to
say
court.
that Kevin Spacey has been exonerated.
Oh my gosh.
Similar
Well, he was
topic.
the president, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Gabby did a wonderful pyramid head, though. I like it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's insane.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Good job, Gabby.
Thank you.
Why?
See, I never have to
Very
worry about
nice.
Gabby. She's always going to do a good job.
That's not even fair. That's that's
So-
the best.
Gabby is
We all are.
stress relief is what she is.
Silent Hill 2 remake coming out soon.
Game or movie?
Game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't take a piss on it.
Well,
So they'll take a piss on it.
Probably will.
I don't know. When they remade Resident Evil 2, it was almost a
Dude,
perfect remake.
all the Resident Evil remakes have been good. I just got done finishing the add-on, the Separate Ways add-on for RE4. Dude, all the RE4, all the Resident Evil remakes have been fantastic.
I know I've never been a huge fan of the Biohazard stuff, but there was one that came out somewhat recently that for some reason had a lot of noise around it. Was it The Village?
No, Resident Evil 7 was probably the scariest Resident Evil game ever made.
Yeah,
Well,
And then Village was the sequel to that. It has the
people
main
thought it was
character from it.
mediocre.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there was a lot of chit chatter about that for some reason. I remember.
Well, it's
Yeah,
because of
because-
the hot. It has a really,
yeah,
it had a
because of
really
the big
hot
lady.
women. Yeah,
Really tall lady with a cool hat.
the big muscle mommy.
Yeah, because they all have mommy
Maybe
issues.
like,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand
La-
it. You
Lady
guys
Dummy
explained
Trest.
to me that some people like to have their head stepped on by giant women. I didn't get it. I still don't get it.
Their heads crushed between their thighs.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
not,
she was
that's
a
not
really
interesting.
cool. She was a very cool character. The issue is that it felt like they were super ambitious with the game, and then it felt very hollow when people started playing past chapter 1. Like
Well,
it
yeah.
felt weirdly unfinished.
Well, she's the first.
Oh.
She's the first boss in it, and it's like really, she's not like the main thing in it. So
Yeah, and then they also said
But
that
she was the
Ethan-
main thing in it.
They said that Ethan from the first game is not Ethan from the second game, and they
Yeah.
did not like Ethan in 8 at all.
Huh.
That's confusing.
That is
yeah,
confusing.
Ethan in 7 was awesome.
No, like he's
Yeah.
the same character, but they didn't like what they did with him
Oh,
continuing
okay.
into the next
He
one.
went from being a regular guy to being like an uber badass like all the other Resident Evil characters.
Oh, okay. You can't be unique.
Yeah.
I can kind of
Mhm.
see that.
Anyway,
Good
I still
Pyramid
think
Head.
she had a cool
this
hat,
pyramid
though.
Head is badass, though. It's truly badass. If
Oh,
you
Yeah.
want to vote for, and you should, Gabby in the straw poll, please do. This is absolutely slick. Good job.
Woo.
Now let's go see what Honey's done. Oh, a little bit of Five Nights at Freddy. Lights are coming on, glowing heads. Nice,
Great.
very
That's
nice.
so good.
Yeah.
Springtrap.
Let's see.
Yeah. See, I don't really know the story of it. I just remember seeing my son play it and him screaming at every now and then, and me yelling at him for being such a girl.
The
Wendigoon
second and
has-
third games are probably the best ones.
Wendigoon has the best breakdown of the entire lore. Go watch Wendigoon's video on the lore, and you'll be totally caught up.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't think I care that
Ooh,
much.
okay.
I figured as much, but I'm just telling you where to find the best lore
Oh,
breakdown.
there you go.
It's
Wendigo. Okay, Wendigo. Yeah. I just remember my kid watching it, but because he was a big fan of Markiplier, right? He still
cool.
is, and he kind of does the Markiplier thing, and I have to throw things at him every now and then.
Those are pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Well, Markiplier did kind of like help put the friggin' game series on the map. So.
Yeah, like any of those big name streamers that pick up an indie game basically make these guys rich. But Five Nights at Freddy's like soared into the stratosphere with it.
You know what I mean, though. Men are not allowed to make such sounds. But nevertheless, this is awesome. If you like what Honey has done, please vote for in the straw poll. Let's see here. Let's see what Jason has done. Mr. Motion. Oh my. Damn, he keeps knocking it out of the park, dude. It's not fair, dude.
Oh, that's a good predator.
I think we
Holy
should
cow.
just
Yeah.
banish Jason.
Give up.
to,
Just give
banish
up.
him.
Very cool.
Yeah. That is a great predator. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Want some candy? Want some candy?
You want some candy? Want some candy? Yeah.
Look at it.
Look at the glow, and he gets the slickness so well. He did that with the alien
Predator
too.
is an action icon, so it doesn't count. So Jason can't get any votes.
Oh, okay,
I looked at
okay.
Google- I
No
looked at
vote-
Google
no
and
vote
it's
for
action
Jason.
horror. So-
Actually,
That is great though. It is good movie monster though. Predator is a good movie monster.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
he's
good.
like the best.
Yeah. Very good job, Jason. If you guys like what he's done, vote for the straw poll. It's slick. I'm assuming he dropped it, and I'll show you a cleaner still image of it. But actually, it looks really good here. But awesome. Rabbit went through incredible number of layers to get here. I don't understand why that was necessary, but it looks great. I'm not an artist. What do I know about process? But this is a great Pinhead, a Hell Priest.
Yeah, I love that lighting.
Yeah. Is he still mad that
it's
everyone
great.
calls it Pinhead instead of Hell Priest?
knows?
Clay Barker? No, he doesn't give a shit anymore.
Okay, good. Because he was mad there for a while.
For a long time, he was. Yeah.
Which I don't know why people have attached themselves to your character. You should be happy, right?
Really?
Yeah. This is a great Pinhead, though. So, Rabbit, is this one of your favorite series?
Yeah, well, I like all the the main ones, but yeah, Hellraiser. I love Hellraiser 1 and 2, like you say. I like 3's okay, it's fun. 4, I liked 4 quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I love the
Don't
series
ignore
too.
the rest of them till the new remake.
Yeah, they got pretty bad there toward the end, dude.
It's because they just became B movies. That's the trouble, They came.
Yeah,
low
which was the
budget.
one where he was in the internet or something?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I watched him, but it's like you don't rewatch them. Like you watch the first one, you can watch that anytime. It's fantastic.
Well, the problem with 2 or 3 of those at toward the end here is they were actually other scripts for different movies, and they decided just to throw Pinhead in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and that's the problem. You can't do that.
Right. Yeah.
But I'd say the first 4 are certainly watchable.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, the first one is epic. It's a really good movie. It's the feel. I do agree with the second one. I did enjoy. But the first one, the feel in it is so different than the rest. They've never captured that Clive Barker
It's because
feel.
that one's based on a short story, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to do, I suppose.
It's
Proper
Ralph
horror
Frank.
when you're basing on real story. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the Cenobites aren't even really in it, whereas the second one they're in it a lot, aren't they? So
That's true. Yeah, they kind of said, "Well, we need more of these." Some suit, right?
Yeah. They were popular.
They were popular, which they were. But you're right; they're at the very end. But the thing, it's a similar thing to what they did with the Dark Tower. Now, doing a race swap with Idris Elba, I don't care as much about. You can race swap things successfully. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson is Nick Fury is great,
but
right?
That movie was fucking shit.
It is shit. And the point I'm making is, if they had stuck to the original short story, The Gunslinger, which is one of King's best short stories he's ever written, that movie could have been spectacular. But no, we're going to take the entire Dark Tower series. How many books are that? And put it into 1 hour and a half. I mean, what are you doing, dude? It's just stupid. But anyway, if you like what Rabbit has done, vote for the straw poll. Very nice Hell Priest there. And of course, my choice for today. Go ahead, Adeline. It's Alan's turn. Yeah.
There we go.
We're waiting.
And thank you, Alan.
Are you guys hearing any music?
Oh, something's happening.
It's very, very distant.
I'm hearing music, definitely.
It's broken. I don't know. He's got some audio issues.
No.
Oh, I love it. You know what you can do, Alan? You can ask me, and I'll run the music for you.
Who's it, Jigga Wood?
Okay.
Well, give me the
You're
name of the
amazing.
song, and I'll play it. Let's do it again. Hold on a second. Give me the name of the song.
It was just whatchamacallit, excerpt from Dragula from Rob Zombie.
Oh, Dragula. So.
You probably don't want to play that one on stream. That will get hit.
It was a cover. It was like a weird cover where it's still hardcore. Oh, that sucks.
I'm dying though.
Let's see.
It looked like it's an old timey video.
Yeah.
Old
Very
timey.
cool. Nice tracking.
Yeah, I get it. You should just throw me those things and I'll play it because you're having audio trouble, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't see it offhand here. But it's all right. More important than that, anyway, is it's freaking amazing, dude. I see what you're
Very
doing,
good.
Old Tommy coming in. It's really good. I mean, I didn't know that I needed Nick Cage as Dracula as much as I really needed Nick Cage as Dracula.
Well, you saw
Yep.
him, and then you're like, of course.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, it was a beautiful choice. I like that movie more than I expected.
So, what was your inspiration for the green and the orange in this?
Those are like the colors in the film. Like the film's very loud. It's like you're watching a '66 Batman.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Especially
it
when
is.
Dracula's in the scene.
Very colorful. That's true.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's super bloody. It's over the top. It is a comedy, right?
Over the top. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a horror comedy.
Yeah.
Let's say.
And
Action,
it's
too.
wonderful.
It's very
Yeah.
action-packed.
What was that guy's name? I forgot his name. He did a wonderful job. Played Renfield.
Oh, the guy who plays Renfield.
Yeah.
And who caught me by
Oh,
surprise is
yeah.
the guy who does Sonic's voice, the villain's son.
Oh yeah, what's her face? The lady from the Expanse.
Yeah.
Sonic movies.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, I'm horrible with names. But this is awesome, though. If you guys like what he's done, please vote for the straw poll. This is really cool. Nick Cage Dracula. Let's see who else we got. I'll go over and look at the stuff on the Discord in a moment.
Okay.
But of course, I do have Johan. So Johan,
Yeah.
wow. Now Johan
It's
is
beautiful.
stuck Asian today.
Yeah.
And he's gone with Squid Games, which I didn't watch. My wife did.
That's a lot of stuff to draw in 2 hours. Holy cow!
I
It
know.
is.
Oh,
It
it's
is.
just a copy.
Oh well,
I
yeah,
didn't think
as
about
you
Squid
would.
Game. What a cool
Yeah.
Oh, the
idea.
body bags. That's not cool.
Yeah.
It's I actually got the idea for this picture when I saw Squid Games a long time ago, but I've never found any time to do it. So
Hey,
Yeah,
now
look at
I
that!
think is
Look at that!
yeah.
Oh, it's
I know.
it's the ghost. It's the ghost from your what is it called?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
they hop
pocong, yeah.
around too.
It's
Yeah.
very iconic in my country. Very iconic.
What is the guy in the front? What is he from?
Oh, it's the front man.
It's the front man
And
from the Squid Games. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, see, I
thought
didn't watch it.
I changed the clothing to a local shaman.
Oh, I see. Well, why
Yeah.
was Squid Game so popular?
Just different.
Because
It's good actually.
people
I
were
don't know,
tricked into watching a
the
pro-capital
series
conservative
is good.
movie
Yeah.
or show.
Yeah, but that doesn't answer my question. Why was it so popular? Because it looked just like a bunch of people who are desperately in debt, taking this one shot to get rich, and then they all get
torture
killed
porn.
off.
Or maybe it's popular when it's very topical when the time when it was COVID, I think, when
Oh,
the economic was slow, very the stop. Yeah, you
It
can
was
say
another
it.
one of those post-COVID things, right?
Yeah.
So like everybody watched it because everybody was watching whatever was on Netflix at the same time, and it was something to discuss and talk about.
No,
And I
water
think it
cooler movie.
connects
So
with
it was a water cooler
uh-huh.
show.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So because I
And
felt it
and
had a
the
little bit of a touch of Saw, because Saw he's punishing evil people, right? And
Yeah.
these are evil people, right?
Not no. Some of
Not
them are.
for
Some of them
evil.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not all of them are evil.
It's more of a like it's the
people
elite
who
having
is
their way with people that are
uh-huh.
desperate.
Oh, I see.
and in depth, I think.
Yeah. And it's like the main character, the guy, he kind of starts off as kind of a scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
But as
Yeah.
time goes on, he like it's one of those things where like it is kind of like in Saw where like as he faces all these trials and everything, he becomes a much better person.
Which is the point. Yeah.
Yeah, but then also there's a guy that seems like he's a really good person, and as time goes on, he just gets worse and worse.
hmm Sheldon says, "You just don't get it, Chester. You don't get
You don't, man.
Aquafina. You're out of the loop." That's fair.
And the live action version of the game show is maybe will be aired in a week or I think.
What
Yeah.
live action? People are gonna die.
Yeah.
They're doing a well,
They're
obviously
doing
they're
it.
not gonna, but
The live game show.
yeah.
Yeah, well, then
Didn't
they should kill 'em
Mr.
off for
Beast
real.
already kind of did that though.
Cowards.
Cowards.
They won't do it.
But if
Yeah.
you like what Johan has done, please vote from the straw poll. Very nice. All right, let me go over here and see if I got anything. I know I got a couple. to bring up here real quick. So let me go to draw along. Once again, hopefully you guys have dropped your draw alongs in here. You can also drop it over on Twitter at #DNQFE. But let me see here. All right, so I got a bunch of stuff in here. Nice. All right. So let me find Rosa. Oh, there it is. All righty.
Why because you said that with such disappointment in your heart?
Well, no, I
Oh,
didn't. El Santo,
That's something.
the saint.
Oh.
Y'all need to.
Vampire
Y'all need
Hunter.
to go watch. Good.
Y'all need y'all need Jesus.
Y'all
Y'all
need
need-
Jesus. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
It is cute. Now, this, of course, is a Mexican horror icon, which is valid. And I've actually seen a couple of El Santos flicks. I do believe they're all black and white. I don't know if there's a color
Yeah.
one.
Well, there are some that are
Yeah.
in color. Other ones are.
Yeah. But it is interesting. He's an actual wrestler, a real one, very iconic in Mexico, and they decided to do movie with him in his mascara. So it's an interesting choice, isn't it? Interesting
Yeah.
choice.
Well,
Yeah.
he's one of those that he's a real person who they make a comic about him, and he is so iconic that the comic became so famous. He is literally like Mexico's Superman, except he's real. And
Yeah.
so Huerta is like this incredible, if you know of him, it's just like this incredible hero. But so the weirdness of him juxtaposed next to these, and by the way, that's supposed to be a vampire, but it looks like a wolf, but it's a vampire. I don't know why, but he does.
It's
He looks like
a Mexican vampire.
It's a Mexican
He's a
vampire,
Mexican
yeah.
vampire. Yeah, and
It's
he's
a
unmasked. And
hairy
there's really a
vampire.
Well, Lucha Libre in Mexico is basically, of course, there's a lot of storytelling with wrestling, right? It's kind of the point.
Yeah.
But in Mexico, it's basically, in America, it's kind of this cheesy, dumb, tongue-in-cheek kind of storytelling, right? With great athletics. Mexico, of course, has got the same great athletics, but what they've done is they've mixed in Telemundo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the difference being that in America, it's more of a kabuki theater type thing.
Yeah, a little
Literally, it's kabuki. It's born out of vaudeville. And
Yeah.
so Mexican
Well, yeah,
wrestling-
it's born out of carny. Yeah, it's carny. It's
yeah.
it's
Yeah, the
it's,
whole
it's
world of
pageantry.
kayfabe-
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
Lucha
whole world of
Libre
kayfabe
is
is based on-
so melodramatic, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
it absolutely is.
ridiculously so. I've literally seen a lady running out to the stage because they were fighting and he was getting beat, and she running out and said, "Enrique, Enrique!" Literally, I've seen this.
Yeah, it's
so
supposed to be
yeah,
very real.
yeah, it's amazing.
really
But
good.
it is the El Santos is a very interesting movie character. The way it came about, it is interesting. And if you like what Rosa's done, please vote for the straw poll. Let me
That's
go over
awesome,
here
Rosa.
and grab Jason's just real quick so you can see it again. I love it. Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah, it's really
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. All right, you guys go over there and you vote, and let's take a look at the draw along stuff whilst you do that. Now, Pablo, our Argentinian friend, great place to go on vacation, by the way. It looks like Argentina might get a new prime minister, new leader, and he's an absolute psychopath in the best way. I hope it happens. I hope it happens, Pablo. That guy is
so,
a madman. It would be wonderful. He's like he goes to Donald Trump and he says, "Dude, hold my beer." And I love it. But anyway, I'll be keeping an eye on that, Pablo. But Pablo has given us something wonderful.
Oh yeah.
The chin
Wow.
himself.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That is definitely a horror icon.
Yes, it is, baby. Yep.
And I know that scene.
Yeah, no, Bruce Campbell. This is from the second one, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Evil Dead 2, which is
Yeah.
the best one.
Of course, this is Ash from Evil Dead, but of course, Bruce Campbell is Ash. Ash is Bruce Campbell.
Yep. There's no difference.
There is no difference. Bruce Campbell is one of the greatest gifts ever given us. You know, but I love this, Pablo. Really good job.
Lemon.
What was that?
Great, thanks.
That's a name in that, pretty much.
I can't hear you, dude. You're way soft.
Oh, I said amen to that.
Amen to that. Yeah, hell yeah. So we got a lot of icons today. We got one from Mr. Miracle here. And he says that I went a direction that I figured no one would. Horror music icons, the Crimson Ghost and the Misfits.
That's funny.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fair. You could have done Eddie from Iron Maiden as well.
Yep.
What
Yeah.
about Metalocalypse?
Crimson Ghost is good though, because Crimson Ghost is a horror movie character. So
Fair enough. Fair enough. But that's an interesting take there, Adrian. Let's see what else we got here. We got Choden gave us another horror icon here. Take a look at this.
Ooh.
There you go.
Sheldon.
Wow.
Yeah, Sheldon. Yeah. He's just Choden.
Yeah,
But the Leatherface, of course, is definitely an icon. He needs to be a little more sloppy fat, though, Sheldon.
That's
Yeah.
true.
He needs to be
yeah.
sloppy
Oh,
fat.
that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Texas Chainsaw Massacre game actually a lot of fun.
Is it?
Really?
Is it? I hear
Yeah.
people are really enjoying the new RoboCop video game.
Yeah.
Oh,
the only problem
yeah.
with is that it does get repetitive after a while.
Yeah, well, video
Well,
game.
it does look a little unfinished, but
Yeah.
as long as it's fun.
It is.
Fair enough. I know that there was a video game that came out some time ago that was quite popular, and it was Friday the 13th, and you get to play as Jason.
That's
Yeah.
actually a fun game.
Yeah, yeah, it looked fun. And then
They're bringing out Killer Clowns from Outer Space soon. There's a
Oh,
game.
dude,
Oh, wow.
that was such a great movie. I hope they
That
don't
is a
screw
good
that
movie.
up, dude.
Yeah.
Cobra has given us an amazing horror icon that kind of got left out.
Oh.
Jaws,
Oh.
that's a horror movie.
Oh,
Black
my
eyes.
God.
Those doll eyes.
Yes, it's Bruce.
Eyes like a doll's eye.
Such a good movie, dude.
Yep.
Hello, my name is Bruce.
Rolls over white. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
He's the best character in the movie. But
Quint is awesome.
Yeah. Let me go over to Twitter and pick up Doug's stuff. But yeah, that's great. Thank you very much, Cobra. Let's go over here to Twitter, formerly known as. Let's see here. Tim Pool again. Once again, who is this dude that keeps showing up on my stream? I don't know.
I can't believe you don't know who Tim Pool is.
Yeah.
He's like a little Seattle dweeb or something, isn't he?
Oh, he's kind of
Simple.
pretty popular news and political
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as Sheldon has
It's
told
all right,
us all,
Chester. I don't know. Who
I'm
it
out
is
of the
either.
loop. Yeah.
He's not a
world-
bad dude.
Yeah. World class bullshitters. What is the worst of the worst Star Wars story ever? Well, this looks
Jack
bad.
Black.
Jack Black with Rolo here.
Lizzo.
What's his roly poly girl's name again?
Lizzo.
Lizzo as
Ugh.
the princess. Yeah. I no. Okay.
She herself is that phobic, and it's funny.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey, she made diabetes a music genre. You have to respect her.
Fair enough. They're redoing Shogun, the TV series, I guess.
Oh,
What?
yeah. Shogun?
Shogun. Yeah.
So good.
Why?
I don't know. Why not? I guess it looks rather American, because once again, this is
Alright.
very Chinese. This is not Japanese, and you're a Japanese man, sir. You should have chastised them, sir. But let's see here. Every Spider-Man fan's dream of helping gay couples. That's true. Never abandon mission faster. Okay, I don't know. That's boring. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what that is. Let's see. Ooh, fashion. Sony Japan fashion. Clown World. This is a Tim Pool again. He's laughing at some moron.
That's not Tim Pool. That's whatever podcast.
It says Tim Pool.
Yeah.
Lol.
Tim Pool.
Clown
Oh,
World.
Tim Pool.
On it.
Tim Pool retweeted it. Yeah.
Yeah, retweet.
He retweeted it.
Oh.
Reposted.
A little bit of comic book here. Nice. Oh, Beast. You look emaciated. Okay. Let's see. People saying dumb things. This movie is going to bomb so bad, dude. It looks so
Oh, it's gonna do
bad.
so bad.
It's like, you know,
My
you
God.
could have made a fun movie. What are you doing? Yeah.
I know, right? Oh.
That could have
Yeah.
easily been fun, right? Monochrome.
I don't know. Marvel's been bad forever, so I have no stake in it.
Okay, this is Uncle Chicken. who's sipping whiskey, has a very good question for us, and I think we should all focus here. You get this look from across the room. What song is coming up next on the jukebox? Now, first of all, let's analyze the look. That look.
Freebird.
What? Good
Yeah.
job, Aaron.
Just looking
Good
at
job,
the
Aaron.
clock, I think the answer's Freebird.
But
That
what
was
is
good.
the look I'm getting here? Is this a positive or a negative look? I can't.
I
tell.
got friends in
In
low
low
places
places where the
where
whiskey,
the whiskey
roams and the beer chases my blues away. Yeah, that's right.
I hate today's country music so much.
Okay. A couple
It's
met
just
on
pop
Tinder
music.
when she was pregnant, and their fourth date was in the delivery room. Dude, go away. What are you doing? Every guy knows you don't date or marry girls with kids. Anyway,
Yeah,
it's a
even the Bible
general
says
rule
so.
of all manhood.
Or Tinder, or to be on Tinder in general.
Well, I mean, it's kind of broken and disgusting anyway. But I mean, it's just this is a general rule of manhood, sir. Women who have kids are not to be messed with.
That's
Well, I
big
wanted to
touch.
date a mommy, so.
You know what I mean, and I'm sure the
Yeah.
ladies are upset with me. But that's a general manhood rule. You do not do that. That is way more trouble than you want to be part of.
I guess you'd have to ask my husband.
I'm just saying that's that's a general rule. That's a lot of
He
trouble.
must have thought I was.
This
He
chick
must have thought I was worth
What?
it then. So he
This
took
chick with the pink hair, man, she looks like Danny Sausage.
Yeah, I would like
Damn
to
it,
see
Charlie.
this Blade,
Those
but we're
kids'
not
dicks
going
are
to
bigger
get
than
it.
those
I think.
sausages.
I'm not seeing
No, we're
anything
not.
super fun though.
No.
Yeah.
Cute
No.
animal.
Oh.
Tell the world.
Okay. No. Let's not do that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess just got to go do this then. Fine. Be like that. All right. Twitter.
No fun.
No fun.
Twitter. I've
Uh,
posted on there so with several other people. They are on there.
They are. I
found your-
see that. We get some.
Yeah.
The day has come. We are changing crypto
What is
forever. I don't know what that means. Okay.
I don't either.
Yeah, these are all people cheating. So let's just go look at Doug. Now, of course, we have an absolute horror icon here, Vincent Price. Of course, we already talked about him today. He's wonderful.
Oh, nice.
Why am I not getting the music again? This is why. Let me fix it.
Oh, you had to.
I
You
got
have to
it.
make
Fixed
it.
it. I fixed it.
Captain Spaulding, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that in a minute. Yeah. But Vincent Price, freaking epic. If you haven't seen Vincent Price movies, please do. I mean, your life will improve. It will. So Vincent Price, great music there, Doug. I like that. All right. And then, of course, now can we consider Captain Spaulding to be a horror icon? I would.
Yeah. Been in 3
I
movies.
think Rob Zombie in general is a horror icon.
I think so.
Yeah,
And this is the best character he ever made. And of course, this is Sid Haig, who is amazing in his own right. But yeah, Captain Spaulding. I love me some Captain Spaulding, dude. So great. Why the Persian music? I guess he is a Middle Eastern.
Topical.
Well, Sid Haig is a something Persian or Arabic type fella, I guess. But yeah, Captain Spaulding's awesome. But I like Rob Zombie stuff in general. Like I said, I think his Michael Myers Halloween is the best. I really like what he did with it. I like what he fleshed it out in a wonderful way. Because I do love the first movie, of course, but they went weird with the Thorn series, dude. It got weird. I didn't like it. But anyway, thank you very much to everybody. Let me go over here and get back where I'm supposed to be real quick. And then go over and see, I have to go here. So yeah, I have to go here. So let's do that. Let me
No
grab
one
the
drew Art
circle.
the Clown.
No one did, dude, and that's interesting because he's becoming a horror icon. They've done a good job with Art, man. I like that
I
series.
think so.
Yeah.
I almost drew Jeepers Creepers, but those last movies were terrible.
Yeah, I got a real problem with that series.
Wow, the first one's great though, dude.
It's,
Second
yeah,
one's not bad either.
I like the second one too.
It's not so much it's the guy who created it.
Oh well, yeah,
Uh,
he's a scumbag. But I mean,
He's an
if you
absolute
throw
piece of
out,
dog shit.
yeah, no, true. But if you throw out all movies that have scumbags attached to it, you're not left with a
The-
lot.
well, the problem is also that that movie is basically about the violation of young boys. So
oh my gosh, no,
I
I'm not
guess it
watching.
is, yeah.
yeah,
But it's such a good horror movie, though, man. The first one is really good, really, really good. But I get it. Yeah, there's a lot of scumbags in Hollywood. Fair enough. But let's see here. So, who won Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition Horror Icons competition in honor of Halloween's Michael Myers mask being William Shatner? Yeah. So very good. Let's see
Very good.
here. I got Andrew. The Wolfman is not a furry Fleming. It's fair. I don't agree, but okay. You know, Wolfmans do have nards, though. Keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Oh shit!
Another great movie right there. I could also go with Amy. Upset unicorns can be scary, Lester. That's fair.
Oh.
That's true. Don't mess with upset unicorns, especially when you talk about the abominable Dr. Fives and they're slung across London streets into doctors. Yeah. Yep. See how I did that? I connected that. I did a good job. I could also go with Honey. Teddy Bears of Doom, Lester. Mhm. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Teddy bears can be doom ridden. They can be. That is true.
Oh, very neat.
Yes. This one is the next one is quite witty, and I'm going to give Jeff exactly 8.5 extra points for it. It's a good job, Jeff. Good job. One doomed penhead rabbit. Okay. Good job, Jeff. Now, this
I'm here all
next
week,
one-
folks. Try the veal.
That's fair. The next one is truly scary, actually. Alan, Taco Bell of the Damned Alonzo. That Taco Bell shit will get you, man. Watch out.
I mean,
Literally.
that's the scary part about that thing. It's not entirely untrue.
Mm-hmm.
They're all
That's true.
bad.
That's true. We also have Johann Ghost Farts Alexander.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then, of course, we have Gabrielle H.P. Glovecraft Geske.
That's great.
I
That's a
personally,
great one.
it is a great one. I personally love the glove, the hobo glove, Gabby. I think it's sexy. I
It's
apologize.
her
I
own
apologize for
horror
that.
icon.
It is. It is. Jeff's just a meanie. Okay. I could also go with.
But I love Lovecraft.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
I
being
love
dumb.
Lovecraft
I'm being
too.
a dumbass.
I
Yeah.
thought it was funny.
Yeah. Let's see. Mr. Finkelstein's Monster Motion. It's nice. Yeah. A little bit Jewish, but okay. Let's see here. Rosa.
Looking for the
Texas
plot.
Chainsaw Author de Oro. You like that? I rolled my R.
That was very rolling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rolling.
I'm a professional. And last but certainly not least, I have Eric Manscaped the Mothman Hawkins. We didn't mention the Mothman. There's another American critter. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The Mothman. Very.
I don't know if we'd want to manscape him then. That would be extra
No.
scary, I think.
No, we're not manscaping anymore.
Yeah, no, Rosa, I don't understand that. You're a worldly, weathered woman. Can you tell me what
A
do women
weathered
think about?
woman?
Hey, now, hey, can you
Weathered?
tell me, Rosa, what
Holy
do women
crap.
think about the manscaped men?
That's
an Eagles song, right?
A kid shouldn't be dated, and then calls me weathered. He's like really working me tonight.
You've been worn down by the elements. Tell me what women want.
What is it? Women want men to love them. They're manscaped.
Okay, so you're cool with the manscaping then?
No, I'm actually okay. This is people are gonna find this in the future. And be like, she was on there talking about man's parts. And I'm just, I've made them. They're perfectly lovely, just like they are. But
Yeah.
whatever they do, once they make themselves clean and nice. That's all.
No, I say it's an abomination to God's eyes. Okay. Anyway, today's easy for me. I mean, they're all great and fun, of course, but there is only one winner, and it's Alan.
There is bound to be one.
Yeah, Alan's the winner.
'Cause you need it.
Although Eric's was killer though. I
thanks.
did like yours quite. I
There
like
was
Sam.
so good
Yeah.
night.
Wow, but no, yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair. Gabby's was the best.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very clean piece of art. I get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
I 100%
You gotta
agree.
vote
She's-
for your favorite, Chester. Don't let anybody peer pressure you.
Oh no,
Pete's
never.
sake.
Have you met me?
Jeez.
Chester does the peer pressure.
That's right. There is no peer pressure to me. God, the universe would unravel.
I know. There's some confidence for you.
There you go. Oh, I got plenty
you
of
go.
that. I got extra if you'd like me to can it for you.
Sure,
Do
absolutely.
it.
Can gusto.
Yeah, canned gusto. I got plenty of that. But yeah, no, I get it. I get Gabby being chosen. That makes a lot of sense. It is a
Yeah. Chosen
really
one.
good piece, Gabby. I mean, killer piece.
And Gabby's been online, and she's on Instagram, just like, oh, right?
we couldn't hear you. You
Yeah.
cut out.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
cut out.
I said she totally killed it on Inktober on Instagram. She just posted
Oh,
like
yeah.
every 30 minutes.
That's true.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
Great
She blew us out of
consistent
the way.
series.
A lot of beautiful ink work.
I have to say though, of the people who didn't get a vote, Eric's and Jason's are bewildering to me.
I haven't got a
They are
vote in
gorgeous.
weeks.
Yours was really clean
Because-
though, dude. That's a great trick or treat. That was really good.
Oh, thank you.
And
It got
Jason's
banned.
was killer too. Not saying the other ones who didn't get votes weren't good.
Of course, everybody did good jobs.
But
Thank you,
that Predator was really good. But anyway, it is what it is. Thank you very much to Eric, Rosa, Mr. Motion, Amy, Andrew, Johan, Melissa, Rabbit, and Alan. Thank you guys all very much for coming in. But of course, our winner today, and well deserved, is Gabby One Glove. Clap, everybody.
Yay. Is that the sound of one glove cat clapping?
It is.
Clap,
She's-
clap, clap.
She's
Yay.
homaging Michael Jackson and bringing him back from the grave. So hide your children.
Oh, really?
Wow.
All right.
Hard.
Yeah, rhinestone glove next time, Gabby.
Yeah, I'm a little saucy today, Rosa. I don't know what's happened.
I don't know. I don't know. You lost your mind, man. That's
Yeah,
okay.
maybe that's what it
Every
is.
man deserves to go lose their mind once in a while. You just
My
go right
wife,
in.
my wife has found the kotatsu and she is unconscious.
Oh,
nice. Oh my gosh.
The damn kotatsus, and the dog is next to her with a blanket on him as well. So we got double blankets going on.
Nice. That sounds like a great evening.
Yeah. I'm not Japanese, but part of me's always wanted a kotatsu.
A kotatsu, yeah, I don't like them.
No?
But
Are
it's
they
their
cute?
it's their way of heating in the winter, right?
Oh.
Do they get too warm for your taste?
Yeah, it's too hot for me. But basically, kotatsu is a coffee table that has a heater, electrical heater built in. Well, these days, electrical heater built in underneath, and they put a futon, kind of like a, like a quilt or a blanket in between the layers of the top of the wood and the frame of the table. Therefore, you can cover yourself with this blanket and get all the heat onto you.
How do you not burn your legs
I
on
hate it.
the heater?
Yeah, I don't like it.
How do
They
you not-
just don't. Like I said, my wife just kind of digs herself in there like a little worm in wood and loves it. So
My biggest fear of seeing those things is singeing, like touching my knees or touching my shins to the electric heater on it, because it seems so low and so close.
yeah, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. But the problem is, I live in a Japanese tatami house, so I'm in a very, very Japanese way, right? So kotatsus and things like that are part of my life, but I do have a sofa for myself. So
Good.
Hey.
Do you have like a little space heater or something for when it gets cold, or are you just from the north and you don't feel cold?
yeah, it doesn't get cold here. They don't have winter.
Oh, okay.
And they get like down to around 5 degrees Celsius. What is that, like 45 or something like that, 50? And they're gonna die.
So
I'm
they're
like,
friends.
shit, I could roll around naked in the leaves outside in that temperature. What are you talking about? Yeah, it doesn't get cold
Yeah.
here for me. I wear the same clothing all year round.
But you do wear a suit. A lot.
Well,
And those
when I
guys-
have to, yeah. I'm not a big fan of them, but I do have to wear them a lot. Yeah.
But he doesn't wear underwear.
No, I don't. I free ball. Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, the ladies do like me in a suit, though. Suit, powerful thing, gentlemen. If you don't have a suit, get one. There's occasion when you should wear them. They're powerful.
Suits are very
Wow.
nice.
So, Mhm.
No.
Anyway,
I do
let's
like
go
to
through
wear
here
them.
and finish up our day, and let's go ahead and let everybody talk about what they're doing, and we'll get on to next week. Real quick, Eric, can you tell us what we're doing next week, sir?
Yes, Bonesart and
oh, nice.
We're doing
We're doing
I can't remember
Johann's
the
thing.
name of the book. Yeah,
Yeah.
Johann's book. It's Journey to Elysium. Elysium.
Yes.
Journey to
Yes,
Elysium.
and the thumbnails in your DMs.
Thank you. Excellent.
You're welcome.
I do appreciate those. I know I say it all the time, but I really do. You do a good job with those, man.
Oh, you're very welcome. And I changed the time on it too.
Oh yeah, no. Next week. Thank you very much. Before I get into rounding it up here today, next week we are not going with the time change. Matter of fact, we're going an hour earlier, even than the time change.
Yeah.
So
Suck it, time change.
Right, suck it, time change. So we are doing the 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
And therefore everybody else adjusts to that. So we're doing an hour earlier than we normally would. So yeah, we're going to do that. It's I think everyone agrees that this show is too late. Earlier would be better. They need their beauty sleep and all.
I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it would have
Yeah.
fun.
Compared to the idea.
Going an hour earlier.
I love you so much that I give up an hour sleep just to be there, and you called me weathered and unlovable. It is so.
Well, no, Rosa, you added the unlovable. You are extremely lovable.
I would love to give you a hug if I ever meet you.
There you go. See, gentlemen, that's how you do that. You write that down. Learn.
Yeah, just excuse yourself and get over it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
It's like,
okay.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not say you were unlovable. Weathered, yes. Unlovable, no.
No.
Calm yourself.
No.
Calm yourself.
See, now
Calm
the funny
down.
thing is, in my head, that was a nicer way of saying old.
Weathered.
But I've been corrected.
Piece of Barnwood and nailed to the wall. There you go.
Thank you. But Andrew, tell us what you're doing.
Yes.
I like this. I like these panels, dude. You know,
Oh,
you
thank
might
you so
want to
much.
do this for a living.
Yeah, you think so? Think I'd
Maybe.
be successful at it?
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll consider it. All right. Well, if you want to check out my stuff, you can head to solariansun.com where you can read my webcomic for free. And I will be posting up to page 239 for free, which is getting close to the ending of chapter 9. We'll be heading into chapter 10. However, if you would like to become a member and join the Solarian Sun team, you can head to patreon.com/AFLM, where you can read my story for as little as $5 a month. And I will be posting up to page 638 on Saturday.
Nice.
So you can read all of that for free, just for $5 a month. I actually just had a new subscriber add on, and he read the whole thing in an hour. Left like 20
Holy
comments
God.
on the thing. So he loved it. I'm psyched to have him around. So we are still getting people coming in.
Johnny 5.
I know.
Yeah.
And I got my first bundle of copies of the test copies for Volume 3, so I will be going in and editing the book's hard copy, and the hard copies look very nice in a complete 3-book collection next to each other. So if you're collecting them on your shelf, come January we'll be having the Kickstarter for Volume 3. So I'm hoping that this weekend, I'll get the pre-launch page loaded so that I can get people start to join up on the pre-launch, and then January will actually launch. So that's what I got.
Excellent. Well, thank you. That's a lot. Sounds great.
It is a lot. I'm sorry. It is a lot,
Sheldon
yeah.
says, nobody wants to know what's in your head, Chester. Scary ass place. Thanks, Sheldon. Love you. Well, you know, the funny thing is, Rosa, you and I are, of course, same age. But the funny thing is with the reality of the joke is that Rosa has aged way better. Because I literally look like the old man in the sea.
You do not.
I do.
Do
No,
not
he
look
does.
at
He looks
anybody.
weathered like a driftwood.
Yes,
Are you doing the
Yeah,
Are you doing the Tour de France with that back pedal?
I might.
Oh yeah, I know.
You don't appreciate that? You don't appreciate that?
It's
But
like it's on the
you know
internet
who
now
had the
forever.
well, you know,
I don't think
Rosa,
I've
who
ever
had the
seen
best weathered face of all time though was Charles Bronson.
Sean Connery.
No,
Oh,
no,
hell
Charles
yeah,
Bronson.
dude.
Ooh, Charles Bronson.
Yeah,
Chuck
that
Bronson
dude.
was the shit.
Yes, he was, and
Are
and
you,
he's got to be the coolest Polish man I've ever seen in my life.
are you saying I look like Charles Bronson now?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You say you have a death wish.
That was called sarcasm. Yeah, sarcasm. Yeah. But
Chester's
anyway.
making a great escape.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep digging that hole deeper.
No. I've definitely successfully dug out. Yeah.
And left me in the bottom.
He's saying you know.
That confidence.
He's saying you know what happened once upon a time in the West.
All right.
Yeah.
Amy.
Oh dear.
Hi.
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 Thanks everyone. Thanks for watching us draw and just thanks all you guys for being here too. We had a lot of fun. This was nice. It's not been a great day. This was a good way to wrap it up. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate you.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that it was successful.
Would you be happier if I called you weathered as well?
No. They're young
I
people.
only fact most of the time I don't get a lot of weathering.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Nice.
Well, hopefully tomorrow will be a better day, girls.
Oh.
And I hope you feel better.
See, I'm a nice guy. See?
Yes, you are now.
Yeah.
Don't you pick on the girls, Rosa. I'm watching you.
I did not.
Okay. Go ahead, honey.
Oh my goodness. So hi everyone. Oh, it's so nice to be here and drawing, and I really had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the colors on my little spring trap entry. I know, and again, I want to thank whoever voted for me. Thank you. It's always appreciated.
You got more love than
That was really
Eric.
interesting what you did, honey.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so, Amy. I loved your Vivian and Boo picture. So like,
Yeah, I just went with it Nintendo because Nintendo. So
yeah.
I thought it was
Thank you.
cute, but I didn't recognize the character. See, I recognize Freddy here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great entries, so
Oh, yeah.
it's like it's not easy to even get one vote. So like,
Oh yeah, no, I'm just trying to think of Ghostly Nintendo and like a Boo.
You know what you could have done that would have been instantly recognizable for me? Casper.
there you go.
Been fun.
That's
that
clever
is the
thinking.
scariest horror. Yeah.
Ever.
And he's the ghost of Richie Rich.
And now it's the,
Wow.
the
Is
one
that
where
the-
he's
is that
got
the
that.
meme?
No, it's the scariest one. It'll make you ugly cry, where he has that little fox, and the little fox dies, and then it comes back, and it's his ghost fox. And
Yeah, no, it is sad. It is the ghost of a little dead boy. That's true. It is.
I know.
Yeah.
It is. It's terrible.
I remember I was
Go ahead.
okay. I know it was like it's the engine is coming along really well. I managed to get the dialogue animation system running. But now we've kind of created a new like a new flowchart dialogue system where the writing happens, and I just need to learn how to like open the files and then like populate the dialogues with the text from the file. So I'm doing learning to do some file reading. After that, I think it will have enough. The engine builds enough to start writing story, and game production is going to go underway. So like we're almost sailing. The ship is almost built.
When I consider how much we've managed to rebuild in about a month and a half, it's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm so
happy it wasn't like somebody died or something. So you're having trouble with the flow chart. I feel better. It's gonna be okay now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Well, that's cool. We'll keep at it, and we'll definitely keep an eye on that when you guys do finish it. Of course, next week we are doing Johan and his new book. So that's cool.
Hello, Ray.
Yeah, excellent. Jason, Mr. Motion.
All right, so just go. You can follow me on Instagram at decoration, not Jason, as usual. And right now, I'm just planning on doing some Christmas stuff, and
Yes.
and also I'm gonna do some patriotic stuff as well. I'm gonna like somewhere around February. I'm gonna draw like George Washington praying, and
Aw,
on the
nice.
on like the sides, so I have like "Pray for America."
Aw,
like
that's really cool.
George did.
George Washington. George.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that though. It's slowly on February on the month of my birthday, so.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's nice.
So cool.
Well, very good. Well, you should share that with us when you are finished.
Yeah.
Please do. You know, something that popped into my head when I said Charles Bronson. Would you guys like to guess who the actual toughest actor of all time was outside of Audie Murphy? That's cheating.
Audie Murphy is freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's
Lee
cheating.
Marvin.
Lee Marvin. Yeah, no, you know, it's not who you think it is.
Hedley Lamar.
What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
Gonna say Scotty.
I am
Scotty from Star
going to
Trek.
say James Doohan. Yeah, it is
James.
because that guy was an
guy's
actual
a
war
badass.
hero. Bullets all
Yeah,
through
he
him.
is.
He was a badass.
Really?
I don't know. Christopher Lee was pretty goddamn tough too.
Yeah, but
Christopher Lee
he's
is
smarter
freaking
because
awesome.
he didn't take bullets.
My goodness.
Yeah, but he was literally like special forces.
Yeah,
and he,
MI6
like,
and stuff. No,
like
that's true.
everyone knows that story about when he was talking to what's his name, the director Peter Jackson. And he was like, talk about the sound a man makes when he gets stabbed. He goes, "Dear boy, that's not the sound they make."
Yeah. No, he is. He's a badass. My point was tough.
Buster Keaton.
Tough.
Yeah, no, there's plenty of them, but in my book, it's James Doohan. It's Scotty from Star Trek, and you wouldn't expect it seeing his character, but that guy is a straight up badass.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but did he sneak off in the middle of the night to kill Germans like Audie Murphy?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yes, he did actually.
Yeah. I said except
you
Audie
know
Murphy.
what?
That is cheating.
Yeah,
James
James Doohan's kind of in a classification of his own.
Yeah, he's pretty badass. It's just you wouldn't expect it because he's this lovable Scotty, right?
Yeah.
But that's an actual war hero right there. Anyway, thank you very much, Jason. Alan, sir.
Just follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the moment. I got things down the pipeline, but just right now you can just do that. Follow my Battober pieces that I'll finish at the end of November.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
I got
Well,
5 more
that's
days.
great.
It's
Natural
gonna be
City.
awesome.
Thank you very much, Jeff. I love the piece today, by the way, Alan. Very, very nice. Not to take anything away from Charles Bronson, though. He grew up in the coal mine. He was an amateur boxer. There's a lot of cool things about Charles Bronson, too. But James Doohan, man. Anyway, Johan.
Yeah. I am at Instagram too, at Johan.Alexander. And well, our comic with Bonsart, which I did all the art, is on Kickstarter, and it's just past the first stretch goals. I hope it could do more. Yeah, we need you guys, and thank you very much.
Yeah, well, we're going to see it next week, so we're waiting.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
I'm excited.
Sure.
And we got to have Bonesart on here with us?
Yeah,
Oh,
of
good.
course.
Yay.
Yeah, 2 of us.
Very good. Very nice. Sweet. All righty. Well, let's keep going on. It just the only knock to James Doohan would be this. It's not even a knock. His fault. It's Canada's fault because his injuries. He just got riddled with bullets. Where Canada did it. Friendly fire situation. Damn Canadians.
Oh.
Damn Canadians.
Damn you, Kidma.
Damn.
Oh, she's not here.
Eric.
Oh, I want to mention this. I got my Occult Descent in the mail yesterday. Sheldon's book.
Oh, nice.
And I haven't read it yet, but I have I got the remark on my cover. This thing's amazing. I just posted it in the general chat. I don't know what he used to do this. It's beautiful. It's like it's almost painted on here.
Wow.
I know, I'm excited for mine. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, that's cool.
You
Oh,
guys
can you
are raising
show
the bar
us?
so high.
I put it in the general chat if you want to go look at it.
Oh, you did? Oh, let me go check it.
Which one? Oh.
Yeah.
The general chat. Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is nice, dude.
I wonder
Just
if
so
it's blacklight. I'm going to have to check, turn on the blacklight later. And see if
Dude,
it works.
oh, do it. Do it right
It
now.
looks cool though.
It is. It looks
But,
like what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Other than that, I did a Fantasticon in Fort Wayne, Indiana last weekend. It was the first time I traveled that far.
Oh,
for
sweet.
convention.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 5 commissions.
Excellent.
And sold several books. So it was a good show. More than paid for the 6-hour trip out there and the house for the weekend. So it was good.
That is
Dang, dude,
fantastic.
that's awesome.
Well, that is good.
Dude,
That you're not costing you money. That is nice. That is nice.
It was the best show I had all year and the last show of the year. So it's great.
Erica, we're talking about tough actors, tough Hollywood people. There's another really tough American actor. Well, he's not originally from America, but an American actor who he's also my favorite Jew.
Okay.
Kirk Douglas.
Oh, Kirk Douglas. Oh.
I
thought you were going to say Adam Sandler.
No. I said tough. Adam Sandler would be the opposite. Yeah. Kirk Douglas, real tough dude, legitimate, real life tough guy.
Yep.
But and a Russian Jew. Maybe people didn't know.
And was a professional wrestler.
Yeah, boxer too.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Wow.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff. He was a real tough guy. Kirk Douglas, I love Kirk Douglas. No one talks about him. It's all about his kid, Michael now. And the only smart thing he did was marry a gorgeous woman.
Yeah, everyone's still trying to figure out how he bagged her.
Well, that is one of the most stunning women ever.
One of the biggest mysteries in life.
Yeah, definitely. Although his Falling Down was a good movie, though. Let's see here. I've got that. I did get to Alan. I did Johan. So Bob.
Yeah.
Would you like to say something to the peoples?
Sure. It's fun watching everybody do all these horror characters. I love horror movies. I love professional wrestling. You can check out my wrestling show over on the Wrestling Council every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be starting up my YouTube channel again, doing some drawing and stuff like that, just general stupidity. And Pontificators is coming back over on RT Bear's channel.
Oh, nice.
So look for that next week or the week after.
Would you consider Undertaker to be a horror icon?
Yes.
I would guess.
He has actually been in horror movies, and he has also had a comic book done of him by Chaos Comics.
Oh, wow. There you
And
go.
what,
creators
what
of
he
Evil
did to
Marine.
mankind. What he did to mankind in Hell in a Cell. I think of that as well.
Jesus Christ,
Oh,
dude.
Jesus, that
Mick
was
Foley
insane.
deserves a medal for not dying in that
shit,
match.
I give him a Nobel Prize. That 98 match was pretty amazing. He, one thing about Undertaker though, the best ring entrance of all time.
He's the best character wrestler of all time.
Yeah,
Like one of my favorites.
I've
when I
seen
was,
him do
watching
that
him.
live. It takes forever, and you love every second of it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
You know the awesome thing too is like when he was actually still wrestling, never did never did interviews, never went out of character, and then as soon as he retires, man, he just completely flips the switch, and now he's on every show. He's talking about everything. He's awesome, man. Mark Callis is the shit.
Yeah.
So as it turns out, he's a really nice guy.
Yeah,
No,
I've
most
met
of
him a
them
couple
are.
times. He's really cool.
The guys who play heels tend to be the nicest guys, actually. That interview with him and Mick Foley talking about the Hell in a Cell match is a great
Yes.
interview. If you haven't seen it, go check it out.
Fantastic.
Oh my God, yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob. Gabby. Gabby.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Sorry, I'm having connection issues. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Gabriel.Geske. I also have some art featured currently on Shadow Sentry's Origins Indiegogo. We did a Halloween trading card collab. So there's myself and I think Matt Cossin's there too. So we have some art up there on their Indiegogo. And I have one original piece that's still available for sale on the campaign. So check that out.
Very, very
Go
nice.
check that out.
Thank you very
And
much.
thanks for voting. Have a good night.
There you go. No, I mean it
Good
was a
night.
really good piece today, Gabby. It was killer. And let's see here. I think I got everybody but Rabbit and Rosa, and then of course Jeff will end it up. Rabbit, how are things going in Britain land?
It's raining a bit.
Is it? Is it? I got a
Like, no, we had some
Sunday.
bad. We had another bad storm. We're not here, but on the coast, they had some really bad storm. But like I say, it's not near me, so I
How's
don't really
the
know.
cheese there?
The cheese, some of the best cheese you can ever have.
Some of my favorite cheese is English cheese, British cheese. To be fair, I do like me some British cheese. Yeah.
There's I don't know. That's a weird question to be asked.
Put some
Yes, it's
mustard on
good.
it,
There's
that's
good.
great.
There's some good cheese.
Cheese is essential.
Mustard with cheese is a really odd idea.
Well, my favorite cheese is actually from California, of all places.
There's a lot of cheeses from all over the world.
Oh, there are. Yeah, no, cheese is definitely a thing that's growing and adjusting.
So everyone likes it.
Yeah, it is good. It is good.
I don't have much else to say. Go and follow my band's Instagram. I haven't posted my art one in forever because I haven't really done any art. I'm doing bits. I haven't really finished anything. Maybe one day I'll do something.
I was
I've
looking
been
for
bored of
you.
art
Yeah.
recently.
Do you have your Instagram? What's your handle for your band?
I just posted my band Instagram.
Now, is the name of the
On the
band
chat.
Crying COVID or Crying Corvid?
You can literally, you can see what it says.
I was making a joke.
I know you were, but it's old and tired.
Thank
It was
People
a
made
piss
that
poor
literally-
joke.
Yeah, I know.
Well, see, the art of humor is
kinda
to
weathered.
keep throwing it against the wall until it sticks.
Yeah. I don't really have much else to say. I'm going out drinking and clubbing tomorrow. That's about all I have interesting going on. I'll be absolutely hammered tomorrow night.
Oh, nice. Enjoy. Enjoy.
I haven't been
and then
to a
next we
club
have
in
the,
forever.
the most wonderful, lovely, and youthful looking Rosa.
This is so sweet. I just love it. This is the part usually where somebody brings you chocolate and
Uh-huh.
flowers
Uh-huh.
and says stuff like, I didn't mean that. I wasn't saying that. But that's okay. Because I love you, Chester, and I love you, and I love you, and I love you, and you, and you. And I love all y'all. And just so excited to see. It is so much fun to listen to y'all talk just about stuff like horror and things. This is how I learn like 90% of stuff I've never watched. I don't even go to Wikipedia anymore. I just listen to Chester's show and I
There we
learn
go.
stuff. So that's awesome.
Oh,
This
that's
is
very nice.
educational.
Your bouquet of tumbleweed will be in the mail.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And so Watcher the Dam, be there, be there, be there. Well, I'm grinding right now. I just broke through. Jeff knows what I mean when it's like there's a scene where I finally got to close out the first half of the book, and the first thing I think is I ought to go back and I need to cut out and edit a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, no, I'm plowing through. I know, so I've got to power through because I just spent a whole day doing nothing but building wagons. Like if you ever do that where you just go in and you just make that whole no like where the characters I'm like it's like playing Minecraft and you put stuff in different chests. But I'm like, I'm gonna have so and so ride with this one, and I'm gonna put this horsey with this person, and I'm like, dude, I spent like 3 hours doing nothing but just putting horses and cowboys together and figuring out what their names were and what color the horses was, and it was just so much fun, and I got absolutely not a freaking thing done. So I got to go in and write like 3,000 words tonight just to make up for it. But anyhow,
I
so
appreciate
pray
you
for me.
keeping
We're all
19th century artisan crafts alive. I do.
yeah, it's very, very important. You should know what color your horse is and what his name is. If you're going to be a cowboy, you need to know your horse's name.
Well, it could be
So,
many
yeah,
colors.
so I got all that.
On a horse with no name.
If I call one no name, if y'all find it in the book, you get a prize. Okay.
That's funny. You guys are going frickin' Bob Dylan, and I was going Wizard of Oz. I kind of think I win.
Oh, yes, you did. You actually.
I believe so.
Yeah, definitely. Well, anyway, thank you very much, Rosa. And next week we are doing Johan's thing, Journey to Elysium with Bones Art. That'll be a lot of fun. Come back for that. Other than that, you guys have yourselves a really good week. Hopefully things are doing well where you are. And Jeff, please, sir, namaste us the hell out of here.
Did Johan get to
Well,
go?
I don't get to. I don't get to promote or anything.
Oh, what are you doing?
That was a perfect hand pass, sir. Please.
Okay. So first off, my audiobooks are on sale on Chirp and Spotify. Put the links in the chat. Also, my book is pretty much done, and I'm going through editing right now. But I have contracted Jason Robinson to do the cover.
Oh, nice.
Oh my
That's
And
Jiminy
he's,
Cricket for you who
pretty
don't know.
good.
Yeah,
pretty
and
good.
he's already done with it, and I don't have half the things I need. So
Oh, wow.
guess what I'm doing tomorrow?
What?
So, but anyway, okay, well the whole Nama thing.
Namaste, yeah. Well, dude, I will namaste Jiminy Cricket any day because he's freaking awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Later, everybody.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.